Swiper, what's up, brother?
What's up, y'all?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the panel. We got game one of the NBA Finals tonight, so you know it's going to be a jam-packed episode. We're going to have a lot to talk about. One of the biggest things being in which Luka Doncic versus Jayson Tatum. That will finally get settled tonight. We got a good coaching matchup. Joe Mazzulla, Jason Kidd. Can't wait to see what they do. And ultimately, we got one of the best teams that we've seen in a long time versus one of the best backcourts that we've seen in a long time. So we can't wait to see that. Before I do that, I want to shout out everybody that's in here early. Y'all like the video on the way in. I'm in here with some of my good guys, some of the good fellas. I got Chilltown Hoops. I got Swiper in the building. I got Mars Blackman. And last but certainly not least, I got Ticket TV in the house. What's going on, y'all?
In effect, you know what it is, Ron. In effect, the finals are finally here. Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the bottom of who the best team in the NBA is. Let's do that. Let's settle some things.
Can I ask you guys what's the biggest thing you're most looking forward to tonight? And Swipe, I want to hear from you first. What's the most important thing for you that you're just excited to see?
Most important,
just most exciting for you.
Yeah, I just think how Kyrie and how Luka are gonna attack that Celtics defense, and there's gonna be counters on counters on counters, and how everybody responds, and who's able to make the adjustments in the fourth quarter that need to be made if it's a close game in game one. And then I think some of this is just going to be like, this is everyone's kind of expecting greatness from Luka individually, but I think this is this is Tatum's opportunity. I think you have a chance to win an NBA championship, and you get to do it after going through a fairly easy run. So you're rested, you're healthy. KP's back. You got the best team in the NBA, one of the best teams in the modern era. I think Jayson Tatum has a chance to solidify himself as a bona fide number one on the championship team. And if he doesn't, then that's only on him. So I think this, for me, I'm excited to see how he responds to the moment, and because I know Luka's going to rise. He might not win, but I know he's going to play well. And I think that overall, JB and JT have a real opportunity to show that, like, look, they're for real duo, and they're one of the best duos of the modern era just because they've won so much. They get 6 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. They go to 2 finals, got a finals win, and they're both 25 and 26 years old basically in the seasons that they're playing in. This is a lot. There's a lot on the table, man. So I'm excited for JT and them. I'm excited for Luka and for Kyrie to be playing in Boston, where apparently there's some Boston media heads that think Kyrie's the number one villain in Boston sports, which is hilarious given their history. So I'm excited about that for sure.
Yeah.
Mars, what are you most excited about?
NBA basketball being back. It's been like a week. I've had nothing to watch. I had to start playing 2K again. I had nothing to do.
When was the Western Conference? When was the game 5, Mars? Today is Thursday. Game 5 was what? Last Tuesday?
Something like that. It's been like 9 days. Yeah, I had to start playing 2K. I had nothing to do. So that's what I'm most excited for.
Did you play the finals, Mars? Did you play Mavericks for Celtics?
No, I just played on my new Reggie Miller build. It was wonderful. But I'm excited just to see basketball again. Whatever happens is going to be interesting, whether it's a 30-point blowout. How did that team blow the other team out? Whatever. That's going to be interesting to me. I'm just happy that now my nights can be occupied by watching basketball again instead of going back. I've been having to watch draft prospects and stuff just to fill my time. It's been cool, but I want to watch the NBA playoffs. So that's really all I'm excited for.
Okay. What about you, Chill?
Porziņģis. I'm really excited to see where he is. He's the difference in the series. He's the thing that I don't think that Dallas can match. And if he's close to being where he was, and they could use him how they've used him in the past, I think that he could be the difference in this series. Not just the difference with them. I think he could be the difference in this series, because that's something that they can't combat. They already have a stretch 4 now and Al Horford. They got Jayson Tatum shooting the long ball. They have Jaylen Brown, who can also get to the rim with the best of them, one of the better transition players in the game. If they could get Porziņģis to be something of what he was in the past, 100%. I'm really excited about that. I don't think we talk nearly enough, because you guys have said it You guys talked about coaching, and you guys talked about how important coaching is. How stressed out is Jayson Kidd about Derek White? Because when I think about utility guys, I think about utility guys and how important they are. If you look at that Philadelphia Knicks series and what Josh Hart was doing against those guys, because I think he was the difference in them winning that series. When you got a guy that's averaging 15 rebounds, in addition to all the other stuff that he's doing, I think that's the difference. What's the plan of neutralizing Derek White? And I don't mean neutralizing him as a scorer, because we all know that Luka's going to do what Luka does. We all know that Kyrie Irving gets busy. I think Jayson Tatum is different than what he was. I think Jaylen Brown is different than what he was. All of these other guys are going to be instrumental, but Derek White, being the utility guy that he is, what is Jayson Kidd's plan in neutralizing him? How does he keep him off the glass? How does he find him in transition? How does he get him in one-on-one action where he, even though Derek White is a defender, what kind of switches is he looking for to get Derek White in?
Are you asking us, or are you deciding that's what you're excited to see?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, damn. I think Jayson, I mean, obviously the switch hunting. So, like, I'm assuming Derek White likely be on Kyrie. Maybe not, though. I don't know. So obviously you're gonna switch hunt. You don't want Derek White or Drew Holiday, for that matter, guarding your primary initiators, ball handlers, scorers, whatever. So you got to try and get him off of those guys. But then Derek White is also so good in help that you got to kind of like take away his help, which comes from how do you space the floor? How are you aligning your offense? Where are you putting the guys? Where are you putting Derek Jones? Where are you putting PJ Washington? Where are you putting Derek Lively? I think doing all of those things. One thing I know Dallas do, which I find interesting, is if you got a ball screen, the most common thing is if Derek Lively rolls, the low man on the weak side will come over and tag, so that obviously you can't get the lob or whatever. But the Dallas do a great job of clearing the weak side as the screen is going on, so that there's no one on the backside, and that's how they get as many lobs as they do. Derek White being as good as he is on the weak side as a defender, as a guard, if they're able to clear that weak side consistently, then you can get into your offense, and you're going to put 2 on the ball on Luka. It's going to open up dunks. So then it's going to be about how does Joe Mazzulla make sure to be able to keep someone there at all times, and then it becomes a chess match. And I don't know who's going to win that chess match, but I think it's a battle of 2 very good coaches who have been underrated. And I know whichever one does win is going to end up being probably overrated, but at least they'll start getting the credit somewhat they deserve. But the other one who loses is going to end up being called a fraud. So,
and I'm telling you, Mars, the Luka and the Mavs will not be called no frauds. They're gonna be called frauds by
Jayson Kidd will be. That's all I'm saying. Jayson Kidd will be.
Jayson Kidd.
I'm not saying Luka's playing with house money. He won't be called a fraud unless he has a 2011. But
will we get back to the Jayson Kidd is a terrible coach and he needs to be fired? Because that's where we were about 3 months ago, right? He doesn't know schemes. He's not very good in-game adjustments. He doesn't do any of that sort of stuff. So now we get to the NBA Finals and Coach Mazzulla does a better job than him.
Who's a better coach in this series?
I think Mazzulla's a better coach, but I don't think it's far off. Like I think I'm nitpicking. Like, you know what? I could probably convince myself Jayson Kidd's the better coach. I genuinely don't. I think they're very close.
They're both in the same class. They're both B's to me. I mean, I think they're.
I wouldn't argue with that. Yeah, same tier. I wouldn't argue with that.
What do you think, Chill?
I don't think Mazzulla is an A tier coach. I don't think he's Spoelstra. I don't think he's Pop or anything like that. I think he's on his way to being that. No, but I think he's around the tier you guys are talking about. Sure. Yep, I can get with that. No doubt about that. I can get.
They got similar complaints about Mazzulla, but some of his is more so that it predicated on the fact that this is his second year being a head coach. So
I do, to be honest with you, Swiper, I do like how he makes his, like, people say he doesn't utilize his timeouts as much, and I guess I'm a little bit I'm a little bit old school in the aspect that I like when coaches make teams work it out. Now I understand when you start the half and you end up going bucket for bucket with a team, and like Mike Malone will call timeout because you know what? I don't like the way this is going in terms of Minnesota's momentum, right? I don't like that. But if a team goes on, like I got a 14-point lead, or I got a 16-point lead, and the team goes on a 9-2 run, and you don't call timeout, I don't hate that. And the reason why I don't hate that is off the strength that I want to see these guys work it out. Okay, figure it out. Don't just let these guys off the hook because you can't call timeout every time a team goes on a run. That's one, you're going to lose all your timeouts. And two, your team is going to look for you anytime a team goes on a run instead of them working it out. Figure this out. Continue to run what we ran. Continue to stay in our schemes. Phil Jackson was a master at that. And I think that Mazzulla does a good job at that too, where he makes these guys work it out.
If you do it and you win, you're a mastermind and you're excellent at managing personnel and whatever. If you do it and lose, then you're not. You
don't know what you're doing.
You don't. You don't do your job.
This series is a little different, though. I do think because there's so much slanted. I don't care about them ESPN picks. That's just media members picking their picks. That's mostly Luka Kyrie pick than it is like saying that the Celtics aren't good. They think the Celtics haven't played anybody, and Luka and Kyrie just made it through the Western Conference. That's where those picks are coming from for me. But I think just basketball, I do think that the Celtics have everything to lose by not winning the series, just on the basis that they will have still this whole team will be back next year. So that's not it. Like, they're going to be back. But I think for everything to go their way this year to win, how many games, Joe?
64
games. For them to be in this situation, for Jayson Tatum to finish fifth or sixth in MVP voting.
Six.
Six. And Brunson finished fifth, I think. And then for them to be 64 games, no Butler, half the series with no Donovan, no Jared Allen, no Hallie, half the series. This is just how it's built. Right. And then you get into this series versus the fifth seed. There's no Denver. Everybody thought they were coming out of the West. There was no real contender. There was no Giannis this year. There was no Embiid for most of the year. I think getting into this series, I think the Celtics have everything to lose because if they don't win this year, the questions around them are around Tatum, Brown, and his contract, Mazzulla, and this team are going to be enormous because it's like, what else do you need besides literally having one of these most overwhelmingly dominant rosters in years in modern NBA history, and you still can't beat these dudes. Right. And PJ Washington and Daniil Gafford just got there. Now, again, they're going to be there next year, though. I think the Celtics could win 60 games again next year. Right. That's how good they are. And Tatum can get even better. But if we get to this point now, though, if they don't win this series, they're going to get so much backlash and criticism because of it and because of who they're playing that this is just the nature of the game. I think, again, Celtics in 6, I truly think the Celtics have so many matchup advantages versus the Mavs. It's just about them taking advantage of those opportunities. Go ahead.
Has there been a more overwhelming favorite? Now, when I say overwhelming favorite, somebody that you expect with what they have to win more than what's going on right now with
the 04 Lakers.
Well, even last year with the Heat, though, I didn't think the Heat had a chance getting past 5. I think them playing versus that team as relative to what they played in the West. I didn't think the Heat. I don't know who picked the Heat. Somebody up here might have picked the Heat. I'm not saying you like casual or nothing like that. They had no answer for what they were going to do across the board. The 2020 year with the Lakers when there was no Bam. I think that was another one of those years.
Right.
The 04 that year with the Detroit Pistons and Lakers, at least from a betting standpoint of the modern era, that seemed to be the most lopsided loss in the series.
They actually had them sweeping. There were people who had the Pistons getting swept
Lakers
in that series.
Yeah.
They had them getting swept.
They lost 4-1.
Right.
I can't deal with
Kobe with dog water.
I can't
Why
deal
you
with
shaking
this.
your head, Deb?
I can't deal with the sucking up here I've been hearing for the Boston Celtics. Like the sucking is just at an all-time high. Got Swipe over here talking about
is that your basketball take?
Boston gonna win in 5. Let me break this down for y'all.
Who said 5?
First of all, Joe Mazzulla and Jason Kidd in the same breath is despicable. Number one, Jason Kidd.
Why is it? Why is it despicable?
I'm about to break it down for you.
Please do.
I got you, buddy. Because Jason Kidd, number one, has even throughout the postseason from the first game, he's just been improving. He's been improving damn near every single game, making adjustments. The short roll with Derek Lively that he's been able to utilize and playing Derek Lively more minutes is definitely that. The defense, how he's been able to run people off the three-point line and even contest those shots, and the zone schemes that he's been having has been phenomenal. And even when Lively wasn't there, the adjustments he was having with Daniil Gafford out there and finding other ways, because the short roll wasn't really working with Gafford. So finding other ways to get other people involved without Lively. I mean, he's just been constantly adjusting his whole entire postseason run, far more than Joe Mazzulla. So let's not do this BS, number one. Number two, listen, bro. Dallas, at the end of the day, and I keep people here saying this all the time, keep blitzing them. You know, it's the dumbest thing because what people haven't realized in the Minnesota Timberwolves series is that's what they were doing. And what was happening, it would go to Derek Lively in a short roll, and Lively will make the extra pass to wide open mans who would mess up the defense. So you can't just sit here and just blitz them, because you actually have some guys out there that can make some extra passes.
That's the idea, though, dog.
Good offense. Huh?
Do you understand that that's the idea, though? The idea with blitzing Luka is to get the ball out of Luka's hands and make somebody else do it.
And
you feel more comfortable with somebody else doing it as opposed to Luka. Do you understand that?
I understand that, but the idea doesn't work. If the idea is still getting cooked by the on the best defense in the league in the
so
Timberwolves,
who would you rather? So if I'm going to get cooked, who would I rather get cooked by? Would I rather get cooked with Derek Lively? Would I rather get cooked with Derek Lively making decisions as opposed to Luka?
This is the point I'm saying. The point is there is no answer for those guys. The point is there's no answer at all. And that's why when y'all telling me that Boston's just going to win this, that it's their series to lose, no, the hell it's not. They don't have an answer for the Dallas Mavericks.
They don't have an answer for the
Mavericks at all. If the Timberwolves didn't have an answer, they don't have
personnel.
An answer.
It's matchup.
That's not even close to the same thing.
Dub, you're not a casual, Dub. You're not a casual, Dub.
You are not. You're not. So are you telling me, Dub, that the Minnesota
Stop.
Dub, are you telling me that
I didn't call you casual. That was Mark. I'm saying you're not a casual. You know better than that. Matchups is everything. They have way more. They have a different defensive infrastructure than the Celtics do, which is a completely different scenario. Go ahead, Chill.
So and not only that. So now you have the Dallas Mavericks, who they're killing them on offense. Minnesota can't match them offensively, even though their stance is defensively. So now they can't match them offensively. So how is Minnesota going to beat these guys? I thought that their defense would be better. It wasn't. Their offense was their biggest problem all year long. So now here we are against a Boston Celtic team who also plays defense, right? Who also plays defense, but has a much better offense. A much better offense. So now we're in a space with Dallas.
Cooking, Ron, I got you.
So now we're in a space with the Dallas Mavericks where, in addition to them playing defense, they're going up against a much better offense. How do they slow that down?
I got you right now. Ron, you were saying so many good points yesterday, and they were dismissing you as completely false, right? The thing
I'm glad you've seen it,
because people are underrating how good this Dallas Mavericks defense has been the whole entire postseason. They went up against a 5-out offense in OKC, and what were they doing? They were forcing them to tough mid-range shots that you want them to do, something that the Boston Celtics do not take. They live on the long ball line. And Mars said himself, Dallas does a good job of running people off of the three-point line. And that's what they're going to do to the Boston Celtics, a team where even in this postseason, can they play in the mid-range? For sure, but they have not been doing that. Jayson Tatum takes more threes than getting to the rim. Jaylen Brown, like a third or half of his shots is from the three-point line. Drew Holiday, half of his shots is from the three-point line. Derek White, a third or 2/3 or 3/4 of his shots is from the three-point line. They don't.
How's that been going for them, though,
like
Dub?
That.
Since you brought that up, Dub, I want you to stay there. Stay right there, Dub. How's that been going for the Celtics?
You don't want me to. They're facing trash teams, bro. What are we talking about?
That's why. What they've been doing all year is just because of trash teams.
Now you're going up against. Let me finish. I don't
keep going, Dub. I'm sorry. Keep going.
I'm not even a Celtics fan.
Keep going, Dub.
So the Boston Celtics, a team that don't go to the mid-range like that, they're going up against a defense that's making teams beat them through the mid-range, something that they don't want to do at all. That's what Dallas has. That's
not true.
They've had the matchup, but you don't think Dallas had the matchup advantage in all three series they played so far, including the Clippers, obviously with no Kawhi in the lineup?
OKC, Clippers for sure. OKC was a good test for them, and Shea answered tremendously. But Shea
was the best player in that series, but he had no one else to come to the party with him.
Yeah, but there's a credit to the Dallas
defense.
Yeah, you're not giving any credit to Dallas's defense. You're not giving credit how they were because there's
I watched it. They ran people off the line. I think OKC should have taken some more of those shots initially. But yeah, they were also missing open threes. They're going up
against a Boston Celtics team that don't do that, and then on top
don't do what?
Go to the mid-range.
Don't go to the mid-range. And then on top of that, we talk about the
we guys talking
about matchups. Listen, when you have wing defenders in Ant-Man, when you have wing defenders in Jaden McDaniels, when you have a rim protector in Rudy Gobert, that's a team that shouldn't be getting cooked by Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic the way they did. So they're going up against a Boston Celtics.
Really?
But Kyrie was trash in the series prior to that,
they're
though.
They're going up against a Boston Celtics crew who don't have that rim presence as Rudy Gobert. If they were doing Rudy Gobert like that, what do you think they're going to be doing to KP?
But Luka didn't shoot super well from 2 in that series. He made 43% of his threes on 10 attempts a game.
And y'all not even talking about the rebound.
Well, I mean, what do you want them to do about that?
Y'all not even talking about how the Dallas Mavericks were killing them on the boards.
This dude is a fucking.
Keep going, Doug.
They did. DJJ, PJ Washington, Daniil Gafford, and Lively made that happen.
So if they were doing that to Cat, if they were doing that to Cat and Rudy, what do you think they're going to do?
Excuse me, Karl Anthony Towns.
He's a good rebounder. He's better than JT.
And who? KP?
JT.
He's better than Jayson Tatum.
He's better rebounder than JT.
He didn't play like that. He didn't play like that.
Let's get the numbers, man. How many rebounds Jayson Tatum average, man?
Uncontested rebounds.
Nah, we don't care about that, man. Jayson Tatum averages 10 rebounds.
I can't handle the sucking, bro.
What are you talking about, though, Doug? No,
wait, hold on, chill. He came up here. We were having a basketball discussion, and he accuses us of sucking, and then he comes up here every time Luka comes up in conversation. Here come Dub. Here come Dub slurping. Every time we have a conversation about Luka, here comes Dub slurping.
I'm talking about
we were having a basketball conversation. I thought, chill.
See, exactly what we're doing. I talked about everything
young
outside of Luka.
No, he said dumb.
I said
dumb.
I've never even
I feel like I'm a fairly educated person. I got like 200 books on my bookshelf.
Jayson Tatum, if we're talking about these guys not playing in the mid-range, I'm 100% confident that I saw Jayson Tatum in, I think it was game 2. I think he went 5 for 7 in the mid-range. I think in game 4, I think he went 3 for 6 in the mid-range. I think he went 2 for 6 in the mid-range in game 3, if I'm not mistaken. And so they do shoot in the mid-range. That's just him specifically. That's just him specifically. And you can shake your head all you want, Dub, but these are the facts.
I have the stats.
These are the facts.
But hold on, Dub. I picked the Mavs over the Timberwolves in 6, so I'm not even hating on the Mavs. I said they had matchup advantages in that series. I think the Celtics had matchup advantages in this series.
I'm not saying you're
sucking by picking the Celtics. So making a basketball pick means I'm sucking.
You literally just told me that Cat is JT's a better rebounder than
in the playoffs. Yeah, maybe it depends on the matchup.
See, this is the dumb shit I'm talking about, bro.
I mean, he was a good rebounder last year. I don't know, like he just averaged 30, 10, and 6. That's pretty good.
10 rebounds a game, fam.
Let's not do this. Cat is a better rebounder than him, and what they're gonna do to the Boston Celtics crew on the boards. Let's be honest, bro. Let's not lie.
Let's be honest, Dub. Okay, so let's be honest. What are they gonna do to them on the boards? And by the way, the Boston Celtics are one of the better rebounding teams in the league. So what are they gonna do to them on the boards? Go ahead.
Offensive rebounds that Daniel Gafford and Lively were feeding on in the Timberwolves series are going to be a constant. And the defensive rebound that PJ Washington provides, that's something that the offensive rebounds won't be coming for the Boston Celtics crew. And then you want to talk about the mid-range of JT. I have it right here, Chilltown. He had 20 in the whole postseason round. He had 25 from 10 to 14, 39 from 15 to 19. And that's it. That's it. So out of 274 shots he's taken in the postseason, I just gave 60 of them was from the mid-range.
And I just told you what he did. But that's neither here nor there. Okay,
that's not what he wants.
You just talked about rebounding. If I'm not mistaken, the Boston Celtics are one of the best gang rebounding teams in the league. That's why they're one of the better rebounding teams in the league. They block out like one of the best rebounding teams in the league. You in particular are the one who now you're talking to us about rebounding. You said rebounding did not matter. You told us that months ago that rebounding didn't matter. Now, all of a sudden, you're telling us that rebounding is going to be a big key and that they're going to get destroyed on the backboard. You call me a hypocrite? You double talk me every other time. Every other time you talk to me, you double talk me. You got some nerve.
Is that chill? Is that what you would call sucking, chill? When you change the narrative for yourself?
What it's called.
I told you. And
double talking.
This is how
you
I
actually had a conversation with me and Ox, and you made it clear to us that rebounding does not matter. Those are your exact words. Now what you're doing is you're telling us that one of the major reasons why the Dallas Mavericks are going to win this series is because they're going to kick Boston's ass on the glass. Now you're double talking me. This is what I'm talking about with you. And then you call me a hypocrite. You got some damn nerve.
Watch this cooking. I didn't even call you a hypocrite today, but
you definitely did. In fact, you made a diss track about me that I didn't even hear. I heard about it.
I never called you a hypocrite, though. I didn't call you a hypocrite.
Hold on. Dropping diss tracks is crazy.
Yeah.
But chill.
But Ron. Well, hold on, Ron. I got to answer that, right? Because the same way he's talking about me being a hypocrite, I could use that same thing against him because he doesn't care about rebounds right now. That's one. But two, guess what? We were talking. You're convoluting arguments right now. I was talking about the Miami Heat and how rebounding wouldn't be an issue for them to sit here and be able to beat teams. And what happened that year? They made it to the fucking NBA Finals. So rebounding wasn't a factor.
They were
because
one of
they
the better
still made
rebounding
it to the
teams in the
NBA
playoffs,
Finals.
Dub. You are goofy. I swear,
Oh
you are
my
the
God.
goofiest dude.
That proves my- when
Doug,
y'all
they got
were
out
when-
rebounded by 22 against
when-
Atlanta. I
when
brought that
y'all-
up. You
when
said
y'all were-
rebounding
when-
can't win the game.
Oh,
No,
Jason
that's
Tatum's
not what I
shooting
said.
pretty well
That's
from
not
the
what I
mid range,
said.
honestly, though. Like, I wouldn't say it's terrible.
Bob, this is why I say y'all
I'm a staggerist, though,
Not
Doug.
terrible.
I'm a staggerist.
Y'all convoluting arguments.
40%,
I said y'all issue
47%.
with them not being able to
It's not
rebound
terrible.
at that game
It's not
would
awful.
not be a problem for them in the postseason.
Hmm.
And I was right because they made it to the
Now,
finals.
Luka, on the other hand,
I was right.
he's shooting
So I
55
would
from
expect you,
16
Bob,
and 30.
and you, Chilltown, to understand the value of a
cheating.
rebound, something that the Boston, I'm not listening to Swiper right now, listening to how the Boston Celtics can board them up. Swiper's just a fanboy, bro.
So wait, no, Dub. So Dub, just to be clear, if I could get an explanation from you.
Is somebody
So
talking?
you're saying that if we were to have chosen the Mavs, that would not be sucking, but choosing the Celtics is indeed sucking.
Ron, is somebody else talking? Why
Ron, so Dub, real
No,
quick. Dub.
Chill, don't do that. Chill, he's a grown man. He's a grown man. He's a grown man. Let him talk. Let him talk. Let the grown man talk.
Really quickly, Dub. So Dub, if we were to pick the Mavs in this series, would we have been sucking at that point?
Decrepit behaviors.
What happened, Chuzan?
If we would have picked the Mavs in this series, would we have been sucking then?
No. No. If you pick the Celtics, that's fine. But you guys all are dismissing how good this Dallas Mavericks crew, as if the Dallas Mavericks, like, there's not a very good possibility that this crew is going to beat this Boston Celtics crew. Seems like your guys' mind is made up that the Celtics are the crew that's going to win, and it's not.
I don't understand that. But you said definitively, casual, that the Mavs were going to win. So what is the difference?
No, I think the Mavs are going to win.
You said definitively they're going to win.
Broke down. All right. So,
but we just broke down the other side of that, though. That doesn't make any sense. So how is one sucking and one's not?
Ron, it looks like he didn't listen because you asked me how they're going to win, and I broke it down like literally.
And then we just broke down how Boston won.
I did not.
And
I
then
said, how is it? What
won.
is the difference if we give an analysis on why do we think the Celtics are going to win, and you give the analysis on why the Mavs are going to win? What is the actual difference?
No, the actual difference is I'm not dismissing the other team as if they don't have.
Yes, you are, dog.
I do think the Boston.
Yes, you are.
No. I do think the Boston Celtics definitely have a chance to beat them as well. But the issue is, y'all are acting as if Dallas doesn't have counters to what they're doing. You're acting as if Dallas doesn't have a real chance.
Didn't I start off the show by saying whoever wins the counters in the fourth quarter is going to win this series?
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about this? Y'all talking about Boston this and Boston that. KP had a month off. KP, we don't even know if he's going to be 100%, and y'all didn't even y'all haven't brought that up not even once in this equation.
See the problem that we have. If I'm not mistaken, Ron, when you asked us about this series, what was the first guy that I talked about? See, Dub, when you walk into conversations in the middle of the conversation and you don't know what's going on, this is what ends up happening. You don't know what you're talking about. In fact, KP was the first guy that I brought up. He was the first guy that I brought up. You walked into the middle of this conversation and you had no idea what we were talking about.
You didn't say that.
100. I'm sorry, Ron. Rewind the tape, please. I said I'm excited about seeing KP. I'm excited about where he's going to be. Yes. That's exactly what I said.
You said I'm excited. You're not saying I'm not sure if he's going to be healthy. I'm not sure if him having a month off is going to affect him.
Oh, I didn't say with you.
Yesterday, Chill's words were, I'm concerned about KP because he said in an interview that he didn't say he was 100%. And if I was the Boston Celtics, I would consider not bringing him back if he's not 100%. That was his words yesterday.
Not consider, Mars. He said, I would not.
Yeah, that was his words 24 hours ago. So he spoke about that.
Because I'm not, because I know how serious a calf injury is, because of calf injury.
If KP not playing, they have no chance.
Not just
no chance. So again, you're definitively saying they have no chance, which then means you're sucking the Mavs. That's what that sounds like.
Hey,
saying they definitively have no chance means you're sucking.
Hey, Bob, I'm a fan of the Mavericks. I can admit it when I'm doing something. You feel?
So he's sucking. All right, so he's sucking. All right, let's move on.
Actually, look, you're a fan of the Mavericks.
Hey, Ron. He said he's a willful sucker. So let's move on to another subject. Ox, who do you think is going to win the series? Ox,
you be sucking with.
Who do you think is going to win the series? Ox,
already said Boston.
I didn't hear it.
You get all that.
Boston and what?
Your little goatee right there.
Boston and what?
Ugly as shit.
Boston and what?
Yo,
five or
Dub,
six.
relax.
5 and 6. I got you.
I'm just saying,
I got
bro.
you.
Like, come on, bro. You got some white stuff right there. That's why the mic covering it.
Right. So Ox, so 5 and 6.
Check your chin, man.
5 or 6, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then Mars, did you already pick the series?
I'm trying to jinx Boston because every time I make a pick, the other team wins. So I'm picking Boston in 6, hoping Dallas win.
Yeah, that's tough. In my heart of hearts, I really don't want Boston to win, obviously, because who likes Boston sports? But I just don't think that. I just think they're going to win this series. It just is what it is. Just I think if you grew up in Denver, you don't really love Boston sports. Patriots. So there's just no association with that.
5. I literally heard you say Boston 5.
I said that today.
A couple days ago, you said Boston 5. I remember that.
I haven't been on since Monday. Did I say that?
Well,
Monday?
you said Boston 5. That's sucking to me. But
Well,
I gotta go.
It's on my Twitter. It says Boston at 6.
Hey, Dub, I'm gonna be in Jersey, Dub. I'm gonna be up
For real?
there.
When
I'm
you
gonna be
coming
up
out?
in Jersey.
I'll be in Jersey
today.
too, Dub.
Mhm.
What?
I'm gonna be up in Jersey today. Yeah.
Oh, word. So you're gonna be here for the weekend?
Yes.
Oh,
holla.
we gotta plan something, bro.
Yeah. I'll holler. I'll see if I can catch up with you. I will.
You be easy.
Yeah, I'll see if I can catch up with you.
All right, Dub.
Mhm.
That was fun, wasn't it?
I suppose.
Sure.
Mars. Yes or no?
You just seen it for 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
Hey, chill. What you do to Dub? Why is Dub trying to start a beef with you?
Cause
He came up for you. Swiper
No.
intervened and jumped in there. But Dub, I think Dub wants some smoke with you, chill.
and he got it. And he absolutely got it.
I don't think that quenched his thirst. I think you got some more coming your way, chill. I ain't
Okay,
gonna
no
lie.
problem. Bring it. Bring it.
Dub wants to fight right now, for sure.
Bring it. I'll drop Dub. I will drop Dub. No problem. Bring the smoke. No doubt. Bring it.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all.
you better watch out, Swiper, for he come for you next. Making diss tracks.
No, I'm good. I'm perfectly fine by myself. I will resist.
Isn't perfectly fine an oxymoron? Because you can't be fine and perfect.
It depends on how you qualify fine.
Hmm.
Fine doesn't have to mean okay.
I want to encourage everybody to like the video. Shout out to everybody that's in here. We just getting started. We got a whole lot more to go today, but we do got some super chats. So I'm going to get into that. Before I do, check out playerschoicemerch.com. Scan this QR code right there and get you
Birthday's
something
coming
like
up, chill.
this.
Yours
Oh,
is?
your birthday?
Birthday's coming up, chill, in July.
So I got it. So for my best friend, I got to see if I can accommodate him. All right.
Yep.
I'll see what I can do.
Yep.
I'll see what I can do.
Dub July birthdays. All right,
Hey,
y'all.
real
And we
quick,
also-
real quick, Ron. This guy Mike in the chat, just so you know, Mike came on Fluent and Chill and said he wanted smoke. I invited him on the show. He said, I can't come on right now because I got company.
Yeah, he does that all the time. He just
So
talks and then never shows
save it for David because we know what time it is, brother. Knock it off. Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
Damn, Mike. Basically, what he's saying, in case you can't read between the lines, is you just a bunch of jibber jabber. But whenever your company leaves, Mike, you know I got you. I got you. Just holler at me, and we'll coordinate it to make it happen. But tonight we on playback. Be sure to pull up for the game. 5:15 Pacific time, 8:15 Eastern time. Y'all know what time it is. It's game 1, NBA Finals, Mavericks versus Celtics. It's finally here. So I'll see you guys on playback later tonight. In the meantime, we got a couple members that joined this show. So let me go ahead and give them a shout out. Jameer Jones. Shout out to Jameer. Dorian Clayton also became a member. Y'all know Dorian Clayton. And
Ron, for what it's worth, Dorian Clayton upgraded to become a Hall of Fame member. I don't know if you got the little notification, but that's what that is. So you want to give him like a double shout out.
Dorian, man, appreciate you for joining the crew. You know what, Dorian? Since Mike won't come up here, we do have a certain thing called Hall of Fame Fridays, and you now qualify for that. So tomorrow, if you want to come on here and, join the segment, reach out, hit me up, hit Mars up, hit anybody in the PC family up, and we'll get you up here, my man. Shout out to Dorian becoming a Hall of Famer. Big ups, big ups. And also, I guess he must have heard you, Chill, wherever he is at in the world. Mike became a member, so
That's what's up.
I don't know, for what it's worth. You might want to look over your shoulder. Bird North has been a member for 1 month, and he said, my Wolves sold out in the Western Conference Finals. Didn't play a single good game. I got the Celtics in 6.
Part of that reason is because Dallas just played better than you. I don't think you played bad by choice. They were just better.
No team wants to come in and just be bad. No team wants to do that. No.
Yeah.
Dame the Great's been a member for 6 months, and he said a lot of talk about sucking.
All started in the same place.
Happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride.
Common denominator.
Happy June. Alan L said, why is everyone picking the Mavs now? Go back to doubting them. WTF.
Scoring bias.
L Dub.
Pretty game bias.
Yeah, I definitely doubt them.
Ox, I don't know why. I just see you like standing next to his locker, holding him up by his feet, like shaking lunch money out of his pocket. I don't know why. I just see that.
And then chill. And then the crazy part is, I'm gonna be real pissed because he only got like 2 quarters and a nickel in his pocket. I'm gonna be pissed. Here I am holding you upside down for 55 cents. And then I got to kick his ass. All he was gonna get was a wedgie. Now I got to beat him up.
Ox, it's because he already got shook down before school and somebody took his mom's lunch money. That's why.
Oh, man.
But
damn.
But what else he got in his pockets? Couple Yu-Gi-Oh cards gonna fall out.
Chicken wing.
He got 55.
Ox, that's why you chasing him, because he stole your chicken.
Dude had chicken in his pocket. Miles, I'm never getting off that. I'm never getting off that. It's never going away. He had chicken in his pocket.
Gotta do what you gotta do, chill.
Dreamville HQ said, can't wait to see how Chill responds when JT doesn't show up this series. What do you guys think game 1 score will be? Can we get
I don't know what I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't. Sounds like you already got your mind made up, because if JT doesn't show up, they're gonna get smoked. So sounds like you already got your mind made up.
That's best player on best team, bro.
Y'all got predictions though for tonight? Any scoring predictions?
Both of them been off. Both of them been off for a while. So them being rusty, I think to start, I think that might have something to do with it. But I still think we're gonna get a high scoring game. I could see something like 110, 106, something like that.
You think every game's high scoring?
I don't. No. I don't think every game's going to be high scoring.
No, the pace is going to be too slow. That's what the Mavs should do, at least. They should be slowing down the game as much as possible.
All right. Super chat from the Flame. He said, why y'all talking about the NBA Finals? Y'all need to talk about LeBron and the Lakers coaching hunt.
That's the big news. That's the big news in the NBA. Facts.
LeBron not being there next year, you think?
No,
we actually gonna start talking about it? Are we actually gonna start talking about this?
Mars was a super chat.
Absolutely.
My thing is, why would we be talking about the NBA Finals? Crazy, right? Imagine that. But so JJ, he got the gig, right? Like
no. I seen Woj say that the Lakers are trying to get Dan Hurley from UConn.
Yeah,
but they're talking about the Lakers are putting together a massive package for Dan Hurley.
And I think that this whole thing is stemming from them looking toward the future. How much longer do you think James is going to be there? I think he's going to be there for maybe 2 more years. And then what after that? They've been running through coaches. With them running through coaches and not having any stability, which is what the Lakers had when they were dominant, when they had Phil Jackson, when they had Pat Riley, they actually had some sort of stability and they actually built the program. Well, Dan Hurley, he actually relates to younger guys, and who better to do that with a coach like that? Because James is not going to be around for much longer. And they got to at some point look toward the future and moving on from James. So if they could get Danny Hurley in there, and with the amount of money that they're going to offer him, I'd be surprised if he turned that job down.
If they're going to bring in Dan Hurley, they have to actually let Dan Hurley coach. It can't, because the NBA is a players' league. You can't bring in Dan Hurley for everything that he does at UConn, where like he brings in, he said it before, he brings in UConn players who fit the mold. It's not just about talent. It's about you have to be a right type of person in your own life for you to be a UConn level player.
Right.
If he's doing that in the NBA, you know, players are going to be complaining. It's kind of like heat culture, I guess, that Lakers are trying to bring in their own culture. That works because you got Pat Riley, who people are going to respect. If the Lakers don't make people respect Dan Hurley in the sense that you don't just give in to every player's every whim or complaint, it's like, oh, we don't like Dan Hurley's doing this, and then you're going to tell Dan Hurley, hey, they don't like that, stop doing that. All of a sudden, what'd you bring him in for? Like, you got to let him do what he's meant to do. And I don't know if we're in a space in the NBA where
wait a
anyone
minute,
other than
Mars.
Spo and Popovich can do that.
I feel like that's where the contract comes in. That's where the money comes in. You see, when I'm making $2 million a year and this dude is making 16 or 60, there's really not much that I can say to him. But as a coach, I mean, the contract that they're talking about with him, we're talking about $15, $20 million a season. As a coach, we're talking about that. I do have some say-so. Not only do I have some say-so, the Lakers are not going to have me here for 1 or 2 years and then eat the last $80 million of my contract after 2 years. That's not going to happen. So I feel like this contract is going to tell you a lot in terms of stability. And if he's going to make a lot of money, he's going to have a lot of say-so in 1, who the players are, 2, how he's able to deal with these guys, and 3, in the development.
I don't know, Chill. Like, the money is to get him over there, but I still believe that this league that we're in is going to value these players over the coach every single time. And so unless they do like what Mars is saying and let him do his thing, they need to let my man stay over there and keep, you know what I'm saying, keep doing this thing where he's at, because it'll be a waste of time to let him come in there and then after 2 years, okay, he's out of here because Anthony Davis didn't like the fact that he wanted him to keep playing the center position instead of the power forward or whatever gripes he's gonna have, you know.
Right.
But I know one thing. I would not go over there unless I'm talking at least what Monty got. Like, I'm talking about they
17, 18.
They would have to pay. I know that Chill just said, or Mars and Chill was saying they're putting together a massive package. I'm talking about this would have to be blockbuster, like huge, to take that job.
So we clear, Ox. So Monty, I think he on the books for 75. That's number 1. Kentucky offered him 80. He passed on that. So the Lakers are going to have to come with something substantially better, because I'm the cream of the crop in college basketball. Yes.
Right.
I'm the cream of the crop in college basketball. I'm the man. I'm the head coach of the defending two-time defending national champion. I'm not just some guy that you picked from a school that's hot. I'm from a blue blood school, and my track record has proven that everywhere I've gone in programs, I've helped build these programs up. And I know college is different from the pros, but that's where the contract comes in. I feel like that's where the money comes in, because then you're going to give me that opportunity. Now, let's be clear, guys. We're talking about these guys making a lot of money, but in the end, you still are able to do your job. Ty Lue did tell LeBron James at one point, hey, man, sit the hell down and let me do my job.
Right.
And James respected that. He had to. Right? There's no way that the Lakers were what they were unless Pat Riley reads Michael Cooper and Jabbar and Magic, the riot act, and let them know, yo, the reason why we suck is because of you. You got to get better.
That was in the 80s, though, Chill.
Right. And I know we live in I'm not gonna argue that, because I know we live in a different time, but that's where the money comes in, Ox. Because when management comes to these players and go, yo, we're not trading this guy. I mean, we're not firing him, very much like what Miami did with Spo. We're not firing him. So because we're not firing him, you two better figure this out. You two are going to have to figure this thing out and have to come to a common ground.
But you know,
that makes I understand it from that point of view, too. I understand it from that point, where it's like where you have to get it together, because we signed him to almost as much as we signed you to. So you know what I'm saying? We can't eat that money. So y'all got to get along. Y'all got to figure it out. So I can understand it from that point of view. I'm just still reluctant to think that the management is going to ever side with the coaches over the players now. I think we've gone so far.
Well, I think they would have to some degree, Ox. Because they're gonna,
you would think so, but this is the Lakers we're talking about. Like the front office isn't changing. It's just the coach.
I think that's still
going to be. You know,
if I'm Dan, I'm going to the Lakers that have had. I think we did this already. I think they've had 6 coaches since 2010. Somebody can correct me on that. If that's, and then this will be 7 for them.
Yes.
Right. So why would they treat Danny Hurley any different than they try?
No, that's what I'm saying. If I'm Dan and I'm coming from college, because you already know when you're in college, that's a different level of security. If you're one of them coaches, that's a 10, 15, 20-year job for a lot of these dudes. Like, if you won 2 natties, he probably got like at least 5-6 more years on his record with mid-teens at least. So if you're gonna go back to this level, and they win, and they could win another one this year. If you're gonna go down to LA to a tumultuous franchise with again ownership group that's heavily influenced by an outside voice, and you got to deal with LeBron, and you got to deal with AD, and the expectations are going to be that you need to be contending for a championship, because everybody knows if they're in the play-in again, which they probably will be, then it's going to be like, well, then you're failing. You're going to get all the allegations, all the slander, all that stuff, this, and that. Now, Ox, I do think you are mostly right, but in this situation, if I'm Dan, I ain't coming unless I'm getting a guarantee that we suck next year.
See, Swiper, that's what I'm saying. I'm not asking for no guarantees that you're gonna let me do this, let me do that, because I'm not believing it. I'm not buying it anyway. So what you're gonna have to do is cash me out. Because when I come over here and y'all start slandering me in the media and doing what the Lakers do, I'm not going back to coaching. I'm about to take this big bag and I'm about to go kick it. So y'all gonna pay me.
Well, as of right now, Dan Hurley just last year signed a $32 million extension through 2029.
They gotta buy him out.
Man, what?
Well,
know what? With that, what you just said right there, Ron. Man, if I'm Coach Hurley, man, stop calling me. Don't call me no more.
Well, no, Ox, because they're preparing to offer him a massive haul. That's what it's saying, and you got to know, for him to even entertain that, or for them to even believe that he's going to entertain that, they got to double.
Maybe a 5x75.
Ron, we being greedy. Y'all being greedy as hell right now. $40 million to coach. Well, relax, Swipe it. Not if it don't apply to you, it don't. What I'm saying,
it's the Lakers.
But look, and that's my point, Swiper. He's already prestigious over there. UConn, that's the Lakers. They're not mentioning the Lakers, but they are a blue blood. They're up there. So for me, I'm like 40 mil. I'm chilling, man. I'm not gonna go mess around with
29 mil.
29, 30 mil. That's a lot of money. $30 million. I'm chilling.
In Connecticut.
Don't forget. But hold on. Don't forget. We talking about Los Angeles. We talking about taxes. We talking about California.
Yeah, but he's in Connecticut.
I don't know. But real quick, let me just get this off real quick. All I want to say is $30 million is a shit ton of money. If I got 30 mil, I'm not tripping off 40 mil. If I'm a grown, you know what I'm saying? It's so much money to me. Well, that's to me, Swiper. I don't know what type of dough you playing with. $30 million is
but
so
what's
much
the
money
years?
to me.
What's the years on the deal though?
But hold on, Swiper. $30 million is so much money to me. It's just like, bro, I'd rather kick it at this job and keep winning, developing, instead of going to deal with the Lakers. Like, to me, it's just the professionalism. How am I going to be treated over here? You can't just throw a whole bunch of money at me and then be like, well, when we disrespect you in the media, you got to deal with it because you're getting paid this much money.
So it was
even though that comes with the job, though, Ox. Being a head coach of the Lakers, that comes with the job. You saw the nonsense that Darvin Ham had to deal with. And
he got a 6-year, $32 million deal. That's 5.3 a year. If he goes to the Lakers, he's getting. I know, but listen, Ox, there's a difference. I'm just telling you.
At least
if we tripled Ox,
at least triple in that.
Triple
Ox, the $32 million that you want to books that $32 million that you want to books for 6 years. We're gonna take that 6 years. I see your $32 million for 6 years, and I want to put another $60 million on it. That's what I want to do. You saying no to that?
Yo, chill. I know I just said what I said when I said it, right?
And on top of that,
I don't know what I would do. I can't say. I can't really say.
You know the LA vibes. Like, just off the court. We talk about.
You never know. Everybody ain't into that, Ron. I don't know about Coach Hurley, but everybody ain't into that.
I would think most are though. I would think it would be safe.
Everybody don't like that LA
shit. I know what you can argue that everybody don't like everything. I'm just saying, between me and you, I'm talking to you specifically because you're saying you wouldn't do that. I'm saying I know you would. Matter of fact, you talk about moving to California right now because you need more sunshine in your life.
I'm from California. I gotta go home. Like,
I'm saying though, like I'm from Seattle, but
if I was here making $30 million, I wouldn't care about it.
But right now, what it says is in his deal, the opt-outs in this deal from Sportico is if he opts out of his contract, he owes $1.875 million to go to an NBA team. If he goes to an NCAA team, he owes $7.5 million if he left to go to another school. So the Lakers are going to easily be like, oh, yeah, we'll pay that. No problem. Opt out of that, and we're going to give you triple what you're making. So your down payment for first year think about it. I think they get paid on a per game basis, just like NBA players do. So if he's making 5.3, so if the Lakers say we're going to give you 15 mil, and then we're going to go ahead and you're going to get paid on a game by game check, that's $183,000 per game.
You're not saying no to that.
All I'm saying is some people don't value like that. You know what I'm saying? So, to some people, 5
What
million.
do you value?
Bro,
I want to know what
it's not,
you
it's
do.
not me. Well,
No,
I'm just saying, bro.
what
Like,
would you
if you,
do?
I like the fact of stability. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I'm comfortable here. I got 2 championships. I could build a dynasty here. I could be. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why they hiring him.
Forever. You know what I'm saying?
To your point, I think that's why they hiring Dan Hurley for the transition from LeBron. I don't think LeBron's going to be there too much longer. I don't think he's going to be there too much longer.
Will he be here this year?
And that's another question. We don't even know if he's going to be there this year, right? Now, you guys know I don't like to do this, but I am a little partial to this because I have some. I got some ties to this. And the reason why I got some ties to this, I don't know if Mars, if you know this, but that's me at 18 years old, right? That's me at 18 years old. Hang on for a second. That's the head basketball coach at UConn today. That's him right there. Yes. So
color photographs.
I'm a little partial to this because I grew up with the guy. I've known the guy since the 7th grade. That's how far back me and
y'all still talk?
I talked to him, sure. I haven't talked to him.
Did you know about this, yo?
I haven't seen him in a while. It's been a little while since I've seen him, but I'm a little partial. Ox. I'm a little apprehensive about the Laker thing, but I understand from a money standpoint.
Yeah.
And I understand from a money standpoint and what they're trying to build. If they're trying to actually do something in terms of building a program moving forward, like what he did at UConn, where we knew that they were going to give him the keys and they were going to get out the way and they were going to let him do it. I know this ain't college. This is the Lakers. I know that for a fact. This is the Lakers. So they expect to they can't expect to win with James moving on like right now. They can't do that. Because if James is moving on, I'm more apt to say, let's blow this whole thing up.
Chill. Why they acting like you so old, bro?
I don't get it.
The cameras were out for decades before that. You even got Mars tapping in on it.
Yeah,
your brother.
Mars started.
Your brother. First pictures of integration. First pictures of integration.
Yeah.
Sure. The Lakers are about to suck. Like the Lakers are about to suck.
They'll be a playing team. They're going to be a playing team.
That's my reasoning behind. That's why I'm saying like I hope Coach Hurley don't take the job. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope he stay. My thing is if they would have lost maybe in the round of 32 or Sweet 16 this last season, maybe so. But you just went back. You just went back to back. You got 2 already. I would be thinking about building that legacy at UConn, where I know I'm gonna get respected.
I agree.
And like Swiper just said, I just got 2. That 2 is probably gonna buy him another contract as long as he continues to make the tournament at least.
Right.
So I would.
But here's the other side of this though. Even if he's mid in the league, Ox, the thing is because he's such a great college coach, he can be just like he can be just like a lot of these other coaches.
Would you rather get? Let's be super hypothetical and let's just talk about the domination he's doing right now. I would rather stay in college. I would rather coach 20 years of college and get 5 and win 5 national championships.
But the difference, Ox, is
be Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle.
But
a coach that won 1 and had a long career. And
but it ain't like Dan Hurley is old though. Like I'm saying, if he does this,
I'm just saying like all I'm saying is I would rather have a super dope legacy, in college, stay at a university for 15 seasons. You know what I'm saying? Win a couple national championships, then be all in the media dealing with all types of LA bullshit. But y'all, I don't know how familiar you are with LA, Swiper. But LA, you don't got to be famous in LA to have to deal with LA bullshit. So imagine what they dealing with.
Yeah, baddies and beaches. I know.
Yeah, a lot of people are just not into that. I'm not that type of dude, so I'm just speaking for myself. Like I would rather be a low key, doing my college thing, getting paid,
Right.
Then go deal with the Lakers. Nah,
Now,
bro.
also too, Ox, what you leaving out is you want to be a college dude. He's already made it clear that he's got aspirations of coaching in the NBA. I don't personally think I don't think the Lakers job is the job. I think that the Celtics job is the one that he really wants. I think that's the job. It's the Celtics or the Knicks. I think those are the two
you think
jobs.
Mazzulla could get fired if they lose?
Not anytime soon. I'm on Ox's page with you stay in college. You stay in college and keep winning. When that Celtic job or when that Knick job opens up, now we start having conversations. Now we start having, because they'll throw the house at them. Now, if you turn down this, but I will say this, if you turn down this Laker job, it's going to look like you don't want to coach in the NBA. It's not going to look like you don't want to coach the Lakers. It's going to look like you don't want to coach in the NBA off the strength of what they're going to offer you. Even though the Lakers job might not be your job. That might not be the job that you're looking for. Because Danny Hurley is an East Coast guy through and through. Danny Hurley, you got guys who are West Coast guys. You got guys who are down South guys. Not only is Danny Hurley an East Coast guy, he's a Northeast guy. Every day, all day. That's who he is. So I think the Lakers are going to make it real hard for him to turn this job down. But if he does, I know why. Because that's not he wants to coach in the NBA. It's just that's not the job he wants.
Yeah, and he can also make that known too. PR firm, put that out there. Man, we don't want the Lakers.
And it wouldn't be the first time, right? It wouldn't be the first time that, or the second time that the Lakers job has been turned down. To Swiper's point, if I'm not mistaken, they had 3 coaches in 1 year at one point. It was D'Antoni, it was Bickerstaff, D'Antoni, Bickerstaff, and I want to say Mike Brown. And then that's 3 coaches. They had Phil Jackson, they had Luke Walton, they had Byron Scott, they had the coach from the Suns, Vogel.
So they had the last
Ham. So this is going to be 9. This is going to be their 9th coach.
So Phil Jackson since 2005-11. They had Mike Brown, Bickerstaff, D'Antoni, Byron Scott, Luke Walton. Wait, hold on.
It's going to be this head coach.
And then Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham, and then this dude. How many is that? 8?
That's 9. It's going to be their 9th coach. This is going to be their 9th coach.
Nah, bro. That's what I'm saying, Ox. I'm with you. But that's why they overpaying. That's why they overpaying.
All money ain't good money, Swiper.
I mean, you guys, I've touched on this a lot, and I hate to say it, but you coach to get fired. More than likely, your tenure as a coach is going to be shorter than it's going to be longer.
Depending on where you at, Ron. Depending on where you at.
I mean, chill. The only remedy to that is you winning.
Right.
The only remedy to that is you winning. Now, obviously, you're going to the Lakers. I don't see Dan Hurley coming in and winning in the first 3-4 years, which I think he probably has a 3-year window. With that being said, and this is just me if I was in his shoes. Yep. I'm taking that because I'm going to live in LA and I'm taking that fat contract, knowing that I'm not going to be there for too long. But what I also do know is my contingency plan is I'm one of the best college coaches out here. So I might not go back to UConn, but I'll be able to go build up another program.
So what happens to and you just said yourself, Swiper, like if James doesn't come back. Well, what if Because James has been vocal about how good he thinks Dan Hurley is as a coach. He loves his actions.
Facts.
He loves all the stuff that he does. Why aren't we talking about the idea, even though Swiper did bring it up about them being a playing team? Well, what happens if they end up going far next year in the playoffs and end up, I don't know, winning the NBA championship?
But you know what's going to happen though.
Oh, the Lakers?
I don't.
Yeah. But I'm saying you know it because I just don't think they're going to have, even if they're going to make some additions with some free agents or whatever. Maybe they get a star, who knows? But I just think they're going to go into the playoffs. There's going to be those matchup advantages that are still there. You're going to see the duo for AD and LeBron wasn't as good as it was last season either. Like their on-court net rating, how good they were, like all that stuff. Now Lakers fans were saying that was just like the lineups and everything else. But just let's just say they have not been great since the bubble. And then 21, they were really freaking good. And then they dismantled their team after an injury, which made no sense. So 22, 23, and then 24. Mm-hmm. I mean, the odds of them being a playing team with a 40-year-old LeBron chill are higher than not, is what I'm saying. So I think that Dan I think as long as Rob Pelinka, which I don't know why, Genie bust, matter of fact.
But you think they're closer to missing, like you just brought up the play. So you think they're closer to missing the playoffs than winning? No,
they're going to be in the play-in.
I'm not saying that they're not going to, but
they're closer to that than they are winning a championship.
They're closer to missing the playoffs than winning
a championship. Wow. 1,000%. 1,000%. But that's just like
so that means that if they're closer to missing the playoffs And if I want that job, I'm getting that job off the premise that we're now going to build something, and I'm going to be a part of building something, which means that we're going to move on from some of this other stuff that we've had in the past. And I'm going to be a part of building something moving forward. And it's going to be hard. Hell yeah, it's going to be hard. I'm going to get all the scrutiny like Darvin Ham got. I'm going to get all the blame like Darvin Ham got, because now we're building a program, right? We're going to end up with young guys. If you're trading guys, we can get back some of those draft picks that we gave up from Anthony Davis, and we're essentially starting over. Plus, if James ends up there, I don't mean James Sr., I mean James Jr. If he's there, that's also another aspect at helping build that program. So if you have Coach Hurley there, I think he's only there off the strength that we're building something in the future, and the money just makes sense. Otherwise, there's no reason for me to coach there.
Sure, I actually think that's his best case scenario. Braun gets on. Maybe they trade AD or something like that.
Yep.
However, but they start the rebuilding process, and he actually overachieves in that first year or two with the young crew. Now, I'm not necessarily saying you take a young team and you go to the playoffs or anything like that, but you guys just show a lot of promise. You make a good draft pick, make a couple moves. You basically show that you guys have something that you're building into the future. I think that buys them a little bit more time too, where they're like, okay, I like the direction that we're heading in. And you've lived up to your name, being Dan Hurley, turning around programs. We want to keep you around a little longer.
And for the record, Ron, all you dudes that spent this last 45 minutes not saying anything about basketball in the chat and just insulting me, you the dudes in class that we start snickering when the teacher picks on you to read, because we know that you can't read. We know that you can't comprehend none of the stuff that's going on in the class. So what you do is, like the words of Richard Pryor, you keep them laughing to keep them from off your ass. That's who you dudes are. You dudes are the goofies in class that never do your homework. You the goofies in class that never know what's going on. And then when you get an F in your class, you can't understand why. That's you dudes. So get the hell out of here. Ron, as you were saying.
Ron, I think, Ron, that's I don't think the risk is worth that reward. Like I heard what you said, Ron, when you said if it doesn't work out, go back to college and you know what I'm saying, you could build. But I'm just like, by that point, you already stepped away from, you know what I'm saying, being the next Jim Calhoun. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be the Calhoun, the Gino Auriemma. You know what I'm saying?
It's not ridiculous. I'm thinking even higher than that, than Jim Calhoun.
You got Calhoun, you got Ori, you got Gino, and then you got Coach Hurley. You know what I'm saying? UConn as a coaching powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm thinking about. Like, is it work? My thing is taking the chance on the Lakers is why I'm like, bro, that's ugly. Now waiting for Boston, I might be able to come around to that one. But
I just
jumping on this one at the end of a LeBron James era, somebody's gonna have to bite the bullet, and it could be you. You know what I'm saying? It's the end of Bron. Oh yeah, they're going out with a bang. And somebody's gonna bite that bullet.
And I think they're gonna make it ridiculously hard for him to turn his job down. What they're gonna offer him, they're gonna make it.
And that's so wrong. Hard. That's so wrong.
Yeah,
throwing that type of money at people.
Yeah, they're gonna make it.
Not really. Not really. They see their guy. They know how to chill. Dan Hurley is a good ass coach. I don't just like what he does on the coach or on the court. I like how he interacts with the players. I like how he interacts in media. I just like him. He gives off that aura of a real good guy that you want to be around your players, that you want in your organization.
And he got your back too, Ron. Like he going to bat for you. He's getting technical fouls. He's getting on the refs, right? He's actually putting that battery in your back when you got going. When you get going, he's turning you loose. He's telling you, Ron, Ox can't cover you. He's in the huddle, drawing up plays, going, go after Ox again. Go after him. And he's doing that same thing with Ox. Big man, I'm giving you the ball. I'm giving you the ball on the block. Big man, tell Ron to give you the basketball. You one of the best players in the league. Tell Ron to give you the ball. He's that kind of coach. In addition to X's and O's, he relates to players.
But
Mark,
see,
that's another like that.
He's uncoachable. But why would you take that guy away from college? You know, the college game needs more coaches like that. And you just want to take them to all they want to do is they want to find the Titan. This is what the Lakers do. This is the evilness cartel of the Laker media cartel, the evilness of them to take this man from college basketball when the kids need him. You're going to take him from college basketball because he is a titan of the sport. just so you can make him fall on the sword to cover your ass for the end of the LeBron James era. They don't care. They don't give a damn about that money. We talking about the money like, oh, there's so much money. That ain't nothing to the Lakers and Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, and that's a couple dollars. They are trying to use a titan, a figurehead, and let him fall on the sword to cover their ass for the end of the LeBron James era. I can see it already. The Lakers, they not slick. They know what they doing. There is no future for the Lakers in the next 6 seasons. No future.
6,
7.
So basically until 2031, they're just up in the air, smoked.
The Lakers are cooked for the foreseeable future.
Is there any bias in this take at all?
Probably.
I feel you.
Probably. Subconsciously. I feel like I'm speaking facts. I'm not trying to be biased, but
two things can be true, Ox.
Right.
Two things can be true.
Chill, Chill could be right. The Celtics are going to win the championship, and he thinks that Jayson Tatum was the best small forward in the league.
Yo, we about to move on, but I do got to ask one more question regarding the Lakers head coaching job. Dan Hurley, JJ Redick. Who you guys taking?
Well, I'm definitely taking the coach. How about that? That's who I'm taking. I'm taking the coach.
What about the relationship?
Well, that relationship with James is exactly that. That's just a relationship. I'm taking the coach. What's the most important part here? The guy who actually coaches, not the guy who we got to show him how to coach. No, I'm going with the coach.
And I think it's funny that, like, we know Sam Cassell, Jerry Stackhouse, and many others have been coaching for years, waiting on an opportunity. And here comes JJ with he has a tremendous platform. I love what JJ does, but it's just like everybody else is actually coaching.
Right.
That's just funny to me. But I will say that I can already see what's going to happen, though, because even Dan should be the coach. But mid-season, those Lakers spaces, when they're sitting at like 18-20 or something like that, and it's like, or 20-18, it's like, oh, why? Blah, 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 blah. It's not his fault.
The Amos of the world that's telling us, yo, get this dude out of here. He's fired. He's terrible. Yeah.
Why is AD doing this? He need more touches on the post. All that stuff. I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah, let JJ have it.
All right, y'all. More super chat. So let's go ahead and do it. My man Drip Bayless shot through the super chat. He said, has Tatum been fully optimized, or have the Celtics been built around a system? I see him in more of a Tim Duncan role, but it was obvious that Tim Duncan was elite regardless of stats. Why is it not the same with JT?
JT is elite.
He is elite.
Is he?
Yes. There's tiers to elite, though, Ron, and you know this.
Okay. So he's in the mid-tier or the mid-level in the elite tier.
Right next to Hallie for you, right?
Well, I would probably say Hallie is a tier above JT just based on the offense has to go through him. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really goes through JT.
You'd rather have the ball in Hallie's hands?
Exactly. There you go. It's his role, though, Mars.
Yeah, you'd rather have the ball in Hallie's hands. I got it.
Yeah. Chill, though, I want you to...
your man, Ox.
Man, you disgust me.
Your man, Ox. I don't even know what's going on, but I just seeing Ox face, I already know what it is. So,
Chill, I want to ask you this question, though, from Drip Bayless. He said, has Tatum been fully optimized, or have the Celtics been built a system, or have the Celtics been built around a system? I see him in more of a Tim Duncan role, but it was obvious that Tim Duncan was elite regardless of stats. Why is it not the same with JT?
That's interesting, because I think, wouldn't that be the same case with the triangle? That was the system, and those guys flourished in the triangle, but they still were elite. And Jayson Tatum playing in the same somewhat system, it's because he plays for the Boston Celtics. That's what this is more than anything. If you look at the entire landscape, Mars and I already had this conversation, take Boston off and make these guys the Washington Wizards, make these guys the Portland Trailblazers, and we're having a completely different conversation about the system. We're having a completely different conversation about him. It's because he plays for the Boston Celtics, and they are the haves, and they've always been the haves. And even though I don't think that, but people always see them as the haves. So this is just another example of them having something and another guy getting lucky and being in the Boston Celtics system, when we don't talk about any other players who have been in great systems and in great organizations like this. We don't.
Well, JT,
but that's the thing with
the Warriors already have their JT. No, go ahead. So I think some of this is you're right, but we also have heard players like say that like this certain player won because of the system. I think JT, the issue again, JT is in Boston for sure. There's Boston has more media members in the national media than anybody. So I understand that there is this consensus.
Is that a fact, Swiper? So if you think about media people, so there's not more in Boston. There's not more than Boston anywhere. That includes New
I would
York,
say
that
some of the most
Houston.
influential voices that you'll see are from the Northeast area. Boston plus New York would probably be how I would frame that.
But wouldn't y'all agree? And I know we talked about this already, Chill. But wouldn't y'all agree that like Boston is that chick, like Boston is that Instagram model. You know what I mean? It's all a facade. You know what I'm saying? The people that are hating on Boston are hating on them for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not that franchise anymore. You know what I'm saying? This is a Instagram filter. Her butt ain't that big. You know what I'm saying? She got craters on her face too. You know what I'm saying? That's a filter. Them lips are injections. You know what I mean? This is all a facade. None of this is real. That ain't her hair. You know what I mean? Like Boston has won one championship in 40 years. 40 years.
Yeah.
They've won
four. They've won four.
Of the 40 years. Come on, Mars.
Just say 34.
35 years, okay?
Yeah.
33 years more.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like they are not the top franchise of this millennium. Like of this millennium, they're not the Lakers. They're not the Warriors. They're not the Miami Heat. They're not the San Antonio Spurs. They're not even the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But
as far as runs and championships go and getting to in banners and stuff like that, they're more with the Dallas Mavericks. They're all in that same tier. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics are not a top tier organization like they once were. They are that Instagram model, and the people that are hating on them are just like regular, them other chicks that be online like, she look fucked up too. That's
this what I'm saying though. She's starting to trend again though.
Those are fake clicks.
No. This is why I disagree, because she's starting to become more relevant.
What, she went to Dr. Miami?
Did she
hit the gym?
She's starting to just a little bit of everything. She's starting to pop more. Ever since JT came around, all of a sudden, I don't know what you could say that is. Maybe she started a makeup brand or whatever.
That sound wild as hell though.
She might be dating a new guy, but ever since this new guy came around, JT, she's been irrelevant. Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago.
She might be on the way back, Ron.
People are starting to like her now. People are starting. I'm just saying, her name is in the gossip blogs a little bit more.
For this past millennium, she's damn near been a bum. You know what I'm saying? To mess up her credit.
I'm saying.
Chill.
So we saying the Celtics legacy is carried by Bill Russell.
That's a fact.
And Larry Bird, yes.
And they didn't want Bill Russell.
She been running around, messing up her credit, putting cars in her name, playing around with these gangsters. She needs to get her mind back right. You know what I'm saying?
So, Ox, if I'm not mistaken, so in 2008, they won the NBA championship. In the 07-08 season, they win the NBA championship in 2008, right? So 2008, and then in 2010, they're back in the NBA championship and they lose. Then they're back in the East Finals in 17, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24. So in 15 years, they've been in the East Finals. They've been in the East. They've been in the East Finals 8 times, which is about every other year they've been in the East Finals. They've been in the NBA Finals 4 times in the last 15 years. And if they win this championship, that'll be twice in 15 years that they won an NBA championship. Is it 15? Since 2008? 17 years, I'm sorry.
And that's impressive.
It'll be twice that they won an NBA championship in 4 trips in 17 years, which averages out to about once every 4 years they're in the NBA Finals. And they're winning it half the time.
That's impressive. That's impressive. I won't lie.
Are we still talking about the chick with injections in her ass?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So I'm gonna tell you why. Because if the standards that she wants to be, you know what I'm saying, it's just not that. You want us to hold the Celtics up to this Lakers standard. They're not the Lakers.
No.
Boston is not. The Boston Celtics are not the Los Angeles Lakers. There's a clear difference. This is the best franchise in NBA history right here. And them over there, they're like, the cousin that come around every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? They're really not that.
So it's the same. So this is the same Laker team who in the millennium, right? I just want to make sure I'm going. I want to make sure I'm following you guys. This is the same team that from 2000 to 2010, they were. I think they was in the NBA championship 7 times and won it 5, right? From 2000 to 2010, and then from 2000, I think from 2010 to 2020, before they won it in 20, I think they missed the playoffs like six straight seasons.
Yeah, they were bad.
They missed the playoffs 6 straight seasons. James has been there for 6 years. They've won the NBA championship once. They've been to the Western Conference Finals twice. So since 2010, that's 15. That's what 14 years, something like that. So
this high stakes.
They got 6 titles though.
This is high stakes poker, chill. I'm talking.
Right.
Mind you, I said of this millennium. I'm talking about. I'm talking about since the Lakers started, since 2000, since the year 2000, since you wasn't there for Y2K, Morris. But I'm talking about since Y2K.
You were not.
Since Y2K, the Lakers
the
Lakers are clearing the Celtics. We're talking high stakes. I understand the 60-win seasons, and I value that. I honestly do. I value getting to the conference finals. I think that's a big deal. But these guys are talking about banners. We're talking about hanging.
I mean, we could, to be honest with you, Alex, from 2000 to 2010, we could start and stop the conversation with that right there. We could.
Wait, did the Lakers have 11 titles since 79?
79. They won it in 80. They won it in 80. They won it in 82. They won it in 85. They won it in 87, 88. They won it in 2000, 2001, 2002. They won it in 2009, 2010. And then they won it in 20. So that's 10 titles in over, 40, 46 years? 45 years. 10 titles in 45 years.
That's crazy.
Yes.
What I do want to say, though, is Ox said, like, she not that chick, and and that the Lakers are so much more better and whatnot. Yep. I'm like, Mars, okay, the Lakers might be Taylor Swift, and obviously you want to be Taylor Swift, but Katy Perry's still kind of dope, though.
But Boston's not Katy Perry.
Who would they be?
Like,
if the Lakers are Taylor Swift, who would Boston be?
I don't know, but you take away Bill Russell, they're like the Spurs. Like they have 7. No, like that's cool.
Company.
No, that's cool, but they have 17 rings, right? And like Boston fans, like if we win this year, we're ahead of the Lakers. Like 11 of them came. 11 of them are before 1970. Like they haven't done anything for like 50 years. Like you go, I looked, I was bored. You go back to 2000s. I mean, like this is from 2000 onwards. So you got missed the playoffs, lost in the conference finals to the Nets, lost in the semifinals the next year, then lost in the first round, then missed the playoffs, then created the Ray Allen KG super team, won, then lost in the semifinals and KG was hurt. Then lost in the finals, then lost in the semifinals, then lost in the conference finals to the Heat, then lost in the first round, then blew up the team, missed the playoffs, then lost in the first round, lost in the conference finals, lost in the second round, lost in the conference finals, lost in the first round, lost in the finals, lost in the conference finals, and now they're in the finals. Like, they haven't done anything. As a franchise, like I understand, like they've had good teams and all that, but like a franchise that's meant to be storied and everything, like then you look at the Lakers, won the chip, lost in the second round, lost in the finals, missed the playoffs, lost in the first round, lost in the finals, won the chip, lost in the second round, lost in the first round, then they went and missed the playoffs for 5 straight years, then they won a chip, then they lost in the first round, then they missed the playoffs again, lost in the conference finals, and then lost this year in the first round. At least they have some sustained winning somewhere. But like the Celtics, you gotta go back to Larry Bird, and then before that, you gotta go back to Bill Russell. Like they're living off a legacy of 60 years ago.
Mars, I do want to raise you one though.
Okay.
Are they back to relevance? And obviously winning.
Yes, right now, yes.
No, I'm saying though, like, how are we talking about the Celtics in 2030 if they win 2 rings between now and then? Is it now okay? They are really a great franchise. They restored their dominance.
That'll be the night. If Boston have the most rings ever and they're still competing in 2029 or something, yeah, it's gonna be Boston's the best franchise or whatever in NBA history or whatever. But like they had a 30-year period where they just did nothing for 20-year period where they just did nothing.
Mars, what you call it? You brought up the And sure, if we're going to talk about story franchises, like you just mentioned, the Lakers, I mean, they missed the playoffs for 5 straight years. But then we could say that the Celtics. I mean, I feel like there's flaws everywhere. I mean, in the 90s, the Celtics didn't get out of the first round of the playoffs. From 1990 to 1999, they didn't get out of the first round of the playoffs. And I think they missed the playoffs 4 or 5 years in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. I think they missed the playoffs half of the decade. And the other half, they didn't get out of the first round. The entire decade, from 1990, from the 90-91 season to the 98-99 season, they didn't get out of the first round of the playoffs, or they missed the playoffs. Maybe 4 or 5 times they missed the playoffs. And they
made the second round in 91 and 92.
Who did they lose?
I can't remember who they beat, but
in 92,
they lost to the Pistons. They lost to the
Bird
Pistons in
year.
91, and then they lost to the Cavs in Game 7 in 92 after beating the Pacers in the first round in both years.
So they lose to the Pistons. Now, Miles, I want you to expand on that. They got swept by the Pistons in 91. They didn't lose to they didn't lose to the bad boys. They got smoked by them. And I think in 92, who did they lose to in 92?
They went 7 with the Cavs and lost Game 7.
I do remember that series. Yeah, I do remember that. That was Bird last year. That was Bird's last year. And then the next year in 93, they lose in the first one on a buzzer beater to Lonzo Mourning against Charlotte. And then in 94, I think they missed the playoffs in 94. In 95, they lose to Orlando. They don't make the playoffs in 96. They don't make the playoffs in 97. They don't make the playoffs in 98. And they don't make the playoffs in 99.
Or 90.
I also want to say, for what it's
2000.
worth, the late 80s and 90s, Boston did experience a lot of tragedy with Len Bias and Reggie Lewis dying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Justin just said it in the chat. Yeah, Reggie Lewis and Len Bias dying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were set up to have like a very good team.
Some sustained success.
Yes,
sure.
that's unfortunate for sure. Shout out to Justin for saying.
So is it fair? So is it fair that those kind of circumstances, and we could say the same thing? You just brought it up when them losing in 09 to Orlando. I think they win the NBA championship again that year if Garnett doesn't get hurt. I think they win it again. I'm on record saying that. But to lose Lenny, which Bird said had Lenny not died, he would have quit in 88. He was out. He was done. He said he would have retired in 88 had Lenny not passed away. But to lose Lenny and then turn around and lose Reggie Lewis too, I mean that's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal.
For sure. Shout out to Bill Russell carrying the Celtics legacy.
It doesn't take away from the fact that it does not take away from the fact that they've only won the NBA championship once since 2008. I mean, I'm sorry, since 1986. They've only won the NBA championship one time.
Yeah, that's a long time. That's 38 years.
Yeah. Boston fans aren't really complaining. In the meantime, they've had Tom Brady, so I think they've done pretty good in that area.
Just had success in another sport. Okay.
When's the last time the Red Sox won one?
The Red Sox won in 2007. They 7-12, right?
Yeah,
because they beat
won
the Rockies
3 times actually.
They swept the Rockies in 2007 after the Rockies won 20. I don't know if you know. Do you know baseball at all, Mars? Okay, Rocktober happened. The Rockies won like 21 straight games from the end of the season through the World Series. Like
it was rolling.
Smacked everybody. And then the Red Sox came out of nowhere and just absolutely just bomb squatted them. And that was their first ship since 19 win.
Chill was around. Oh no.
Oh, the are
Red
you
Sox.
talking about the Red Sox?
Yeah, that was their first.
The one that they won in 80. The one that they won in 2004.
They won
that
in
was the first one.
2004.
That was the one.
1918.
Yeah, that was the one that they won.
1918.
That was the
1918.
Oh, so Chill was really the only one around. Okay.
That was the curse. That was called the curse of the Bambino, which they should have been cursed.
Wait, they had a World Series at the end of World War One. Like there's just a whole war going on, and they just still playing baseball. Hey, shout out to them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then 4, 7, 13, and 18. They won 4 ever since. And then the damn Tom Brady got 6 of them. That's what I'm saying. Boston, like there's nothing to complain about, bro. They are one of the preeminent sports cities with all, and they have one of the worst off-court records of any city in American sports history. It's
which is kind of weird too, because I've been up to Boston a couple of times to see Celtics games. That is a great basketball.
It's a great city.
It's a great basketball town.
They just treat people like trash.
Yes, that's the downside.
They have some of the worst racism you ever see.
That's the downside.
It's all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but again, if you go to Boston, like it's cool. Like most people rock with you type beat, but that's why Jaylen Brown doing what he's doing there in the city, like trying to rebuild the black dollar. For every $100 a white family has out there, the black family has $8 in some of the provinces. So Jaylen Brown doing a lot of really good work out there. So I don't know, Chill. I'm saying they got to win. I told you this before.
That's the bottom line. They got to win it. And again, there's no excuses in this NBA Finals, Ron. I said this to you yesterday. I said this to you earlier in the week. You are the chef. I've given you every ingredient to make a good meal. You can't burn this. You can't do it. Everything that's necessary to make a great meal, you have it here. Don't tell me that's something wrong with the pots. Don't tell me that the stove is not hot enough. Don't tell me that the kitchen is too hot. Don't tell me that the air conditioner. I don't want to hear that. You got everything necessary to make this meal. Make it.
Woo, man, Chill. I'm getting excited, boy.
But guess what? Luka don't care about none of that.
And that's Kyrie either. Oh, we haven't talked about Kyrie and Porziņģis. Obviously, you know, Kyrie played for the Celtics.
Oh.
Porziņģis played for the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think do they have vengeance right now? Are they trying to get back on their old team? Like, we know they are, but
I think
Dwight Powell also played for Boston. So if it was,
I don't even remember him in Boston, to be honest with you, Mars. I don't.
Yeah, but now he's gonna make sure people remember him back.
I don't even remember him in Boston. I think people making more of this Kyrie Irving back to Boston situation more than what it is. First of all, he left there. He was the one who said that he wanted to stay there, if you have me, but he ended up leaving.
Mm-hmm.
He did. It wasn't like they ran him out of town. He could have signed an extension. He decided not to, and he walked. So the bad blood, the quote unquote bad blood, it's them. It's them going off what he said that he wanted to stay there. That's on record. Him saying that he wanted to stay there, only for him to walk out the front door, which I still have not gotten a satisfactory answer on this from any of, not just you guys, but from people. I am not a fan of just letting guys walk out the front door. And to let Kyrie Irving walk out the front door for nothing. I understand the addition by subtraction logic, but to let him walk out the front door for nothing, that bugs me out.
It's not really up to them. He's a free agent. It's not really up to them.
And that's the point, Mars. That's the point right there, Mars. If he's not going to re-sign with you, you know that at the trade deadline, that he's not going to re-sign with you. To just let him walk out the front door and get nothing.
Didn't Kyrie say he wanted to re-sign?
Well, he told them he planned on staying, so they didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chill. He hit them with the 22 fake.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
That's tough. I mean, that's the purpose of free agency. That's why the NBA players fought for free agency, so that they could leave when they wanted to. If you want to be mad at Oscar Robertson. He wanted to sue the NBA.
Oh, I don't have a problem with free agency. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I got a problem with free agency. I should not have to play for the Sacramento Kings. If I don't want to live in Sacramento. No, I don't want to live in Sacramento. No, I don't.
Why would you not want to live in Sacramento?
You know why I don't want to live in Sacramento? Because I've been living in Toronto for the last 8 years. My family's here. I've been doing what I'm doing with this organization for as long as I've been doing it. I don't want to move and uproot my family to Sacramento.
You talk about Pascal Siakam. Okay, I don't
want to do that.
That's a crazy stretch. There's 29 other cities you can live.
Okay, I don't want to live in Washington, D.C. I don't want to live in Charlotte. I don't want to live in Portland. I don't want to have to move. I don't want to have to move to Phoenix. I don't want to have to do that because you say, because again, we keep forgetting that free agency back in the days, it wasn't what you say it is today. Not even close. Like if you're a free agent, you still had to give a team something. Chamberlain didn't.
That's why Moses had to get it was a sign and trade basically when he went to Philly. They gave them back Colwell Jones.
Right. So you can't just walk out the front door like you're able to do today. You had to get something for that. So I'm not against free agency. I love the fact that I'm on record saying it, Mars and Swiper. Right now while we talking, there's somebody typing up their resume because I don't want to live in Chicago anymore. I do not want to live in Chicago anymore. There's a chick dumping her boyfriend right now while we're talking. You know why? Because, this is over. I'm good. I don't want to work here anymore. I don't want to be with you anymore. So if I don't want to live in Brooklyn anymore, why I got to still live here? Because you drafted me? I got to stay here for 10 years? No.
I agree.
LaFlame with the super chat. LaFlame said, looking at media day, I don't think the Celtics feel any pressure at all. Joe Mazzulla is on a generational quote run. And also, shout out Jabari.
I've seen people misrepresent that Joe Mazzulla quote about the lights being bright so badly. It's crazy. But
What happened?
oh.
I don't think I heard it. And for the
They
other people that didn't-
someone must have asked, how do you feel about like the lights be, this is the brightest the lights are going to be or something on like the Celtics or something, and he said unless they've changed the bulbs in the arena, the lights are going to be just as bright as they have been in the previous rounds, which is just him basically like he's just basically saying that we don't feel any added pressure or anything.
Is this
which
even
is
the
fine.
best team? They're gonna. That's what I'm saying.
And
bro.
people are like, "Oh my god, you're saying the Mavs are just as easy as the Pacers?" Like that's not what he was saying at all. But people just finding anything to be mad at.
Is this Mavs team better than the 2022 Warriors team JT and JB saw?
Yes.
I'd be interested to see that series.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Because I feel like
I think the Mavs might win that series.
Luka is better. Kyrie is than Luka in 2022.
Yeah,
no, than Steph. I'm saying
yeah,
Steph.
but he's saying Luka's better than Luka. That's
Luka.
What he's saying.
2022 Luka, 2024 Luka is better than 2022 Luka.
No, but they didn't play 2022 Luka. I'm saying
Steph
Curry.
He's saying that Dallas team lost to the Warriors, but now Luka's better than he was.
So no, I get that, but I'm saying like, is this going to be the worst, the best team they played in the finals iteration for the Celtics?
I think Luka today is better than Curry in 22. Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. And I think that Kyrie Irving is better than their second best player in 2022.
Who is that?
They didn't really have that. They didn't really have that.
Now, as far as their rotation guys, I mean, Andrew Wiggins was great. Draymond Green was great. Andre Iguodala, well, he wasn't fantastic, but
Udonis Haslem, bro.
Yeah,
y'all put Luka over. Y'all just put Luka over Curry.
Chill said 2020.
I think 2024. I think 2024 Luka is better than 2022 Steph Curry.
That finals Curry.
Yeah,
that was a dangerous man, Chill.
Yes, he was.
Finals Curry's different.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. NBA Finals Curry.
Well, here's the difference. We haven't seen Finals Luka, so we don't know what Finals.
You're assuming that he's gonna be better though.
I'm assuming that he's gonna get busy. I am.
That's safe to assume though.
Curry averaged. So again, Luka's gonna have the rebounding and assisting, but Curry averaged 31, 6 and 5 on 48, 44% from three on 12 attempts a game.
He had a 40
and that's dragged down by that 0 for 9 game. It was higher.
Then he had a 40 and 10 game in that series.
Yeah, game 4.
And that's not 10 assists, by the way.
Yeah,
that's 10 rebounds.
What game did he go 0 for 9?
Game 5.
It was game 5.
It was game after the. It was game after the 40 and 10.
That was the game that I thought that was the game they should have won, because you're not gonna get another game like that from Curry. You're not.
Steph in the finals was 7 for 14 from 3, 5 for 12, 6 for 11, 7 for 14, 6 for 11. His percentage is dragged by the game that was 0 for 9.
Take that 0 for 9 game.
He shot basically 50% from 3.
I was about to say 50%.
Now this is what I'll say. Now I'll say this. If you're telling me Luka, which is quite possible, he's going to shoot the ball 24 times a game in the series. So that's going to happen. If you're telling me he's going to do 48, 44, 85, which is similar. Well, I think last series he did 44, 43, 86. If you're telling me Luka's going to be about 48, 44, 85 again, Chill,
I'm saying that he's going to get busy. And I do think that as a player, he's better than 22 Curry. Does that mean he's going to play like 22 Curry did?
No, I'm saying if he does that, I think the Celtics might be cooked, if that's the point. If you're telling me Luka's putting up that kind of volume. But again, everybody comparing.
Luka just shoot 40% from 3 against the T-Wolves on like 12 attempts.
43 on 10. That's what I'm saying. 43 on 10.
Yes,
so I think people are like, this whole like playmaking thing. I think again, when you're measuring Steph Curry is not the traditional playmaker. It's just off-ball gravity that he provides. So I think just don't get the two mixed up like that. So I think people are looking at the assist numbers. They're always going to be Luka. Luka doesn't. That's not the way Steph plays. That's not the way the Warriors even designed to play around Steph. So I mean, we'll see, bro.
Well, that series, his playmaking was kind of taken away because they didn't blitz him.
Right.
So it was one of his lesser playmaking series, to be fair. But he just elevated the scoring to levels we probably haven't seen in a while. But yeah, Luka's really good. But I mean, I remember people saying Steph was the best in the world in 2022, which I think was just wrong.
Well, some people
That's what
did
it was
after they
saying
won the
after the
title.
final. Yeah, after they won the finals, like, oh, Steph's the best in the world when it was clearly his worst season of his prime. But winning will do that. But I think this has been one of Luka's lesser postseasons. But
because he wasn't great in the Dallas series, and he was
and OKC.
I'm sorry, the Clippers, the Dallas Clippers series. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. And I thought they did a good job on him against Dallas. Now, some people can attest to the fact that he was hobbled, and he wasn't exactly him. He wasn't exactly himself. But to his point, because I did hear him say that, he doesn't feel any different than he felt in the Oklahoma City series or the Minnesota series, which means that this time off didn't do anything.
Well, maybe he's lying.
Maybe he is.
Hide your hands, and then he comes out and he's just January Luka, and then Boston losing 4 games, and I'm here for it. But yeah, like I wanted to be like that's a super chat that someone sent earlier that Ron hasn't read, and it was like someone said, "Oh, I'm gonna be mad when Boston lose." I'm like, I want Dallas to win. Like I don't care. I'm not a hater of Dallas. I'm picking Boston so I can jinx them. Like I don't get why people are acting like I'm hating on Dallas. I don't want Boston to win. But
wait, if we do NBA, so then NBA champions. So if the Mavericks win this,
right?
If the Mavericks win this series, this will be. Let me see. So this
trip
would
to
be
the finals. This would be their second title. This would be their second title in almost 20 years.
But I'm trying to go back in recent history. So the winners, that would have been Mavs, Denver, Golden State.
So going backwards.
Yeah.
Warriors,
Lakers. So that's 4 Western Conference teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would have been Warriors, and then it would have been Warriors again.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would have been Spurs.
How far back are you going?
We're just going back to the West.
How many West champions would it be with the Mavs now?
So from
back to when 2010,
how far?
2010. No, sorry, 2000. Y'all did
so
earlier.
In 2000, Lakers.
Lakers.
So Lakers,
Spurs.
Pistons. I'm sorry, Spurs, Pistons,
Spurs again.
Spurs.
Then it was Miami. Then the
06,
Spurs.
Miami.
Then
Spurs,
Boston. Then the Lakers.
Boston.
Lakers. Dallas. Then it was Miami. Then
Miami
it was
again.
Miami again. Then it was the Spurs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors, Toronto, Lakers, Bucks, Warriors, Nuggets,
Denver.
Dallas. So that would be 17.
And since 2000.
Yeah, 17 of the last.
That's 25. That's 25 years.
That would be overwhelming power for me. If you won 17 on one side of the board, and then again, if this 5th seed Mavs team is able to overcome one of the best teams in modern NBA history on the other end, that's a story. Number one, the Mavs run, obviously, this would be parallel to not in the same way, but parallel to 2011 in a lot of ways.
Right.
Like Luka would get that kind of bump if he were to do that. But I think could obviously still not beating 2-time MVP Braun early.
Wait, for this run, Sniper?
Huh?
This run is comparable to 2011?
No, I'm saying he's going to get a bump like Dirk did. Like he would get because it's still they would beat the number 1 seed. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're talking about from what Dirk's run.
No, it's not the same. No, because I'm saying that team beat the Portland Trailblazers with a prime Roy and Aldridge, and then they beat Kobe, swept Kobe and Powell. And then they beat.
Don't just say swept Kobe and Powell. It's the defending NBA champs, by the way.
Defending NBA champs Kobe and Powell, and then they beat KD and Russ.
Right.
And then they beat 2-time MVP LeBron James.
That's okay, Pop. I'm tripping. I'm misheard you. I'm misheard you.
Now, Oklahoma City, they were kids. You can say that too.
I mean, they were. I'm saying
they were
kids.
They were kids who were in the finals the next year.
Yeah, they were.
And
they were 57. They were a 57-win Oklahoma City team, a 56-win Minnesota team.
Right.
They played the Clippers, who won 50 games, but the Clippers obviously didn't have Kawhi. And then they would have played a 64-win team Celtics. Like, that would be relative to, like, modern teams would be pretty great.
The Celtics have been called frauds. But, so the people who are pushing the Dallas agenda, yeah, they're going to hype up this run. And I think rightfully so. I think it's been a great run. And the people who are anti-Dallas, they're going to say, well, everyone called Boston frauds the whole year, so now why are we praising them for beating a team that weren't that good? And then they're going to say Kawhi was hurt. They're going to say OKC were a young team. They're going to say they didn't even have to see the defending champs. Like, they're going to minimize the run, which is what it is.
Do you have to be one or the other? Do you have to be anti-Mavs or pro-Boston? Can you just be speaking on what you see.
Yeah, I think you can just be speaking on what you see, but I think there's always a little bit of bias in something. I think if Boston win, I mean, there's going to be some people who are going to be hyping up this Boston run, and then they're going to not ignore like the fortune they had. They're going to say they earned the fortune because of the 64 wins. I think that's just a hint of bias, which is fine. And same thing with Dallas. They're going to, if you're anti-Dallas or you try to be as unbiased as possible, you're still like, you might view it as, oh, well, they didn't have to see the Nuggets, or they didn't have to see Kawhi, or the Boston Celtics team really wasn't that good, and then the whole East was hurt. So did they see the best team in the East? There's going to be questions no matter what, but I think it's a great run for whoever wins, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. But my bad on that swipe. I just misheard you. I thought you were saying that this run.
No, you straight. No, I don't. Again, I don't think it's the same, because I just don't think I think. Look, I mean, I just
I think we're discrediting it though.
Nobody. I just said it was going to be impressive.
No, I'm saying though, like, but but I'm saying we're comparing it to the 2011 run.
Well, that's because that's the same team. I'm saying, like, the Mavericks.
I get that, but I'm saying I think it might have, like, when you look in a lens back in history, I think we'll look a little more favorably on it
this would be better than the Nuggets run from wire to wire, better than the Warriors run from wire to wire, the Bucks run wire to wire, the Lakers run wire to wire, the Raptors run wire to wire,
whoa.
Wire to wire, yeah,
Whoa.
wire to wire.
Whoa,
yeah. They didn't play.
What does wire to wire mean?
I mean, from first round to the end of the finals.
So
I think
Toronto beat Orlando, Philly, and then Milwaukee, and then the Warriors in the finals.
Right, and obviously, I'm saying the Warriors didn't have, like, they weren't fully situated. So I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
we can leave Orlando in the hobble Warriors out of this. Just Milwaukee and Philly alone. That's not gonna overcome Clippers, Thunder. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
The Thunder, Wolves, and the Celtics.
The Thunder. I told y'all about the Thunder already. But
I mean, yeah, Ox wasn't a Thunder believer.
Okay, sure, no problem.
This is why I said looking back in the lens. Like when we look back on that Mavs run, we say KD and Russ. Because KD and Russ became what they became in their.
They was dope
careers.
already, though, right?
No, I get that though, but they were still young. The same way, and we were looking at them at that same moment in time. The same way we're looking at the Thunder right now.
We're not.
I get his point.
You see what I'm saying?
That Thunder team ain't this Thunder team, right?
Yeah, but what he's saying is what KD and Russ became in hindsight has elevated Dallas's run even more from what it was at the time, where it was still praised exponentially. But now, 13 years later, you see KD, Russ, and Harden on the team, and they beat them.
Yeah,
you kind of forget they were 22. Now, if Shea is what he is, and now Chet becomes top 10 player, or J-Dub becomes that, 10 years down the line, people are going to forget that this is when Chet and J-Dub weren't really that yet.
Well, we can't forget that. We can't forget that, Morris, because be that as it may, that Thunder team still clears this Thunder team.
Oh, I agree.
Kevin Durant is not Chet or SGA. I know we love SGA, and SGA is dope, but Kevin Durant.
I agree with you. Like you're saying, you remember what KD was at the time.
SGA.
But I'm saying, like, in hindsight, like, you got to remember, majority of basketball conversations are made by casuals. The casuals aren't really remembering what 22-year-old Russ was. They're just gonna know this is what Russ was, and this is what he became, and the Dallas Mavericks beat that team. So if Chet becomes something like that, it's like.
Right.
That's fine.
But I will then leave 2019 out then do 2018 with the Warriors, not a conversation. 2017 with the Warriors, not a conversation. Now 2016 with the Cavs because of the Warriors.
Yeah, wire to wire, that was trash. No, that's no.
Yeah, so I'm saying, and then 2015 Warriors. No, I mean, maybe you can say if you want, like the Spurs and all that. 2014 with the Heat. I mean. Well, no, 2014, 2013 with the Heat, and 12 with the Heat.
Nah. Although the Heat were underdogs technically in the finals.
They were.
And the Celtics series was interesting because.
So then, chill. Since 2010, this might be the third best run wire to wire.
It might get talked about that way, yeah. It's crazy because if Boston win it will probably be considered the worst run wire to wire.
It will be.
Other than like the Warriors in 17, but like,
it should be. That's just how the way it works. That's just if you look at who they play.
The Clippers.
We either gonna have the best. We're gonna have one of the best runs or one of the worst runs, depending on who wins this 7-game series. That's so funny.
Now, if Luka becomes like a 4-time NBA champion and like a 4-time MVP, then Tatum's gonna get a huge boost later on.
If they end up winning.
Yeah, for the same revisionist thing. Yeah.
I got a super chat from our newest Hall of Fame member, Dorian Clayton. He said, I got a fun question. If both finals teams got to pick one player from the teams they beat to get to the finals, to use player once in a game, who would y'all pick? Mars, Swiper, got Dallas. Chill and Ox, you got Boston. You can only pick one
player, any player?
From the teams they beat.
From the teams.
Wait, do I start with SGA? Like, are we moving off that, or are we saying like more functional use? More functional use.
I'll take Kawhi.
Well, I'm saying this version of Kawhi though. I'm saying he was hurt.
Yeah, I'm saying by June I think he'll get healthy. Give me Kawhi.
Oh my goodness.
Who would you pick, Swiper, for the Mavs?
Based on what we actually saw, Chet on this team would be asinine. Rudy on this team would be insane.
Not Rudy. Fraud. Not Rudy.
And it wouldn't make any sense. I don't know, bro. I still might have to
any guard would make sense.
I mean, SGA would start. Kyrie would be a 6-man, so I think that would be great.
I'm good.
Kyrie 6-man and SGA started. You tripping?
I'm good.
Why? Luka can play the 3.
He could technically.
I don't want a Kyrie shape 1 through 3 defense.
I'll take Evan Mobley off the Cavs. Come on over, big fella.
Post up version Evan Mobley.
I'll take Evan Mobley off the
Wait,
Cavs.
Bam? What about Bam? Bam on this roster?
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler would be healthy by now.
Yeah. Would he be?
Yeah, it's like a 4-week injury. He was hurt in April. He'll be
what about? Somebody said Tyrese Halliburton on this Boston team.
I don't know.
Tyrese.
Chill. Tyrese Halliburton with Tatum and Brown.
Think about what the Celtics are predicated on in terms of their perimeter. They're predicated on defense.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Right. And the ball moves. And not only does the ball hop, the ball hops with player movement. Tyrese Halliburton is the
best passer in the Eastern Conference.
Oh, I won't argue that. At that part, I won't argue.
In the NBA.
Trae Young's in the
whole NBA. But this is my problem with y'all. Y'all get so enamored with glittery, shiny shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got y'all just going straight to y'all trying to pick the very best player you think.
I said Rudy Gobert, maybe.
You don't got to do that. See, if I got Boston, I'm gonna pick Terry Rozier.
All right, man.
Why you like Rozier, Ox?
I like Terry Rozier for the scrappiness he plays, the intensity. Y'all really got to watch Terry Rozier play, bro. He's a baller.
Oh, I ain't fighting that.
I know you didn't care much for him because he didn't make the playoffs in Charlotte or whatever you were saying. But
who said that?
Chill was saying, because I was saying that Terry Rozier not being there for Miami was a differess maker, and Chill tried to tell me that it wasn't a big
bro,
deal.
You don't believe Terry Rozier, bro.
So
not everybody play.
Scrappy players you picked Terry Rozier?
Well, because I didn't want to pick no all NBA guy. Like, that's just too easy. Like to pick Jimmy Butler and Bam and Evan.
Right, you could do that.
Well, if you're looking for a scrappy player, wouldn't Aaron Nesmith make more sense than Terry Rozier?
Ox, I'm sorry, Swiper.
Boston's that good. It doesn't really matter.
That's what I'm saying. You thinking about Bam from the aspect of an offensive standpoint.
Y'all tripping, bro. Bam defensively on this team.
And Evan Mobley defensively on this crew.
No, he ain't better than Bam.
I'm not gonna lie. With Bam, Joe Mazzulla definitely switching everything.
Facts.
Definitely switch.
As he should switch everything.
Facts.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like
prison ball, Chill.
Yeah,
prison ball.
Then you're not giving up.
Jayson Tatum backside
Bam makes sense. Yeah, Bam makes sense. Hey, I might have to go with Bam.
Yo, Chill. KP next to Bam. Who you scoring on, Chill? Who you scoring on?
I'm thinking from an offensive standpoint. I feel like they already got the offense that they need with
Bam's a better offensive player than Evan Mobley.
That's my point. I don't think that they need like that as a
man.
He's better defensively than Evan Mobley.
What do you mean? What are you looking at? What are you looking around at?
What's that? What we doing that for? What we doing that for?
feel like I gotta eat my vegetables here. That's what I gotta do.
Hey, yo,
I feel like a
tell me that-
10-year-old that's got broccoli in front of him, and I gotta eat this broccoli. Like, fine, okay. That's what I feel like right now.
He looked around like he had to think.
Sure, you can't tell me what Mars just did wasn't the best scene in Paid in Full. When he was talking to him downstairs, when Ace was talking to him downstairs, and he was like, he said he did this. He said, "What you doing on this for? There's something wrong with your shoulders." It was hilarious. So
Later, Swipe.
all right, Swipe.
Later, Swipe.
But I'm talking about y'all could take y'all. This Boston team is so good, bro. You could take Gabe Vincent, or not Gabe Vincent. Caleb Morton. That's his name.
Who I like on this team.
Give me Max Strus. Yeah, give me Max
another
Strus.
wing defender. Get Max Strus.
Oh, give me Amani Bates. Let's get Amani Bates around.
Max
Yeah,
Strus.
give me Amani Bates.
Max Strus. Nope.
Caleb Martin, Max Strus, man. The Celtics are that good, bro. You can take George. You know what? Take George Niang from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Another big body.
Let's get Sam Merrill for some shooting.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, fellas, we got a few more super chats from a couple members. DSG Piccolo said, "Chill gonna make the call to help LeBron out." LOL.
Help
Chill,
him
you can
out.
put in a call.
Like he need my help. Give me a break.
I mean, he 4-6 in the finals. He needs someone help.
Yeah. Well, he may doesn't need that much help. He actually did win something. It wasn't like he didn't win any.
4 in 21 years. I mean, I guess.
I'll take it. That's four. That's four more than a whole lot of other people.
Yeah.
Lee Mack became a member today. Shout out to Lee Mack. Welcome to the party. Thanks for coming through. And then he sent through a super chat. He said, "They laugh now at being older, but time flies, and they will wake up on the other side. I'm 34. Seems like yesterday. I was 15."
Miles, I was just at my daughter graduated college in 2019, and I said to her mother, "Wasn't we just at the hospital last night?" I'm sure I just took you to the hospital last night. I'm certain. I can remember it like it was just yesterday. So you're going to wake up one day, Mars, and you're going to be 30, and you're going to be like, "Damn, where'd the time go?" You're going to be 40. You're going to be like, "Yeah." You're going to be like, "Damn, where'd the time go?" It's going to happen. Watch.
Doing the super chat sent that through like 34 is old or something.
Nah, keep living in denial. It's cool. Whatever.
Mars, you're not old until you get like 66, 67.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like to play professional sports or something, yeah, you're old, but like in life, nah, you still young, moving around. As long as you drink water and stretch.
Dorian Clayton has been a member for 19 months, and he's now a Hall of Famer. He said, "Dub show, Dub panelists, Ron, you are a C host."
C minus, not a C. C minus. That's what that means. C minus.
I see, chill.
That means
Dorian.
boo.
I know Dorian. Dorian wouldn't do me like that.
Boo
The C has to stand for something.
C
I don't know what it stands for. I don't know what the C stands for, but it stands for something.
Get him off the floor. God.
But he said player's choice is the best. Shout out to Dorian. Appreciate you for becoming a Hall of Famer. And like I said, Dorian, tomorrow, if you want to come up here and cook chill, cook ox, I'm completely with that. Cook Tiki, cook Swiper, or come up here and have a conversation with me or Mars. You got it, brother. You got it. Dorian Clayton also said,
Ron, I was going to say tomorrow about cooking ox. Depending on how this game goes, I might got a doctor's appointment, dentist appointment. So Ron,
it might get a little tricky. Ox might be hard to find.
it might be oxtails on the panel, boy.
Ox might be hard to find.
I'm just playing.
LaFlame said, "Looking at media day, I don't think the Celtics." Oh, we read this one.
You already read that one.
Alan L said, "Chat, it's L Dub. Don't get it twisted. Dub, Crunch, Dion rode on the same bus to school every day."
Damn, Alan.
Whoa.
I agree.
Hey, Ron, I think I interrupted when you was about to have Dorian's last chat. The last one. I don't think you got that last one off. Yeah, this one right here.
Dorian Clayton said, "It's up to y'all. One player from each team they beat."
My bad.
We just did that.
Yeah. One player from each team they beat.
Oh,
so every step of the playoff.
Just one player from each team.
Then give me Kawhi, Chat, Jaden McDaniels. Give me Kawhi, Chat, and Jaden McDaniels.
So what's that starting lineup?
We got Luka, Kyrie,
Kawhi. Chet and Lively.
Jaden McDaniels will be situational depending on what we're going against. If we need strength, we'll go PJ Washington. If we need perimeter defense, lateral quickness, those things, we'll go Jaden McDaniels. That's situational. And then Chet or Lively, well, Gafford starts. So we'll probably still start Gafford, but we just have the rotation of we got Chet if you want to go.
You're not starting Chet?
No, we'll stick with Gafford. We don't need to change the starting lineup because once it's not about who starts, it's about who finishes. I don't care who starts. Chet can come off the bench, and if he finishes the game, who cares? So yeah, we don't need to change the starting lineup up too much. We'll get Kawhi in there though. But Derrick Jones, unfortunately, time for you to go. But like, yeah, we don't need to change the starting lineup. The best 5 players don't always start. We'll start Daniel Gafford. We'll play 4 minutes, and then we'll bring in Chet or Lively. It's cool.
I'm taking Tyler Hero off of Miami. You need more shooting. I'm taking Evan Mobley off the Cavs, and I need another rotation guard. I'm gonna take Pritchard off your hands.
Pritchard is already on board.
Not Pritchard, not Pritchard. I'm gonna take TJ McConnell off your hands. Him or Nembhard. One of those 2 guys. I'm gonna take one of those 2 guys off your hands.
Yeah, I'm taking Bam, Donovan Mitchell. Give me Bam.
This dude was just advocating for this. Dude was just
need the best players,
right? This dude was just advocating for that. Now we go out. That's out the window. Get rid of that.
At least I'm gonna take TJ McConnell.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Give me Donovan Mitchell and Bam.
Trey Ball said, "Can't wait to see Chill and Mars hating ass faces when the Mavs smoke these clowns game 1. Swiper's opinions are just irrelevant. Who even is that?"
Like, I don't think that I have no horse in this race. Like these teams it doesn't change my life who wins. I'm not hating on Dallas. I'd rather Dallas win. I just think I'd rather Dallas win. I think it's cooler. They're the underdogs. I root for the underdogs. I want the underdogs to win when it's not my team involved. I'm not a hater for saying I think Boston in 6. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If Dallas win, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be fine. I'm not a hater. I don't care.
You know where we at, though, Mars? You know where we are. If you don't think my team is the best and you think the player that is the best on my team, if you don't think he's the best, you are a hater. You hate us. So
like, I'm gonna come in tomorrow. If Dallas win tonight, I'm gonna come in tomorrow happy. I'll be happy. Like, I'd rather Dallas win than Boston. So like, cool. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Cultured Saunders said, "Every time Dub loses arguments, he goes straight to insults." Football Breakdown said, "We are apps, or are we bodies filled with apparitions, operating applications stuck inside an Apple prison?" Anyways, L-Dub, Dub the panel, and Dub Asia Wilson.
I watched that game last night, too, by the way. Man.
And
I'm glad I got you up here, Ox. A Boomawabe or
a
Goombawabe or Drew Lloyd as a bucket getter.
Oh, damn. Drew Lloyd.
Cap, he was watching highlights on Open Gym. Cap.
Drew Lloyd.
Is it this or is it this?
Drew Lloyd, because Drew Lloyd downhill. She still getting to the rim, finishing in the trees. She's strong. She bigger. Arika, she's a chucker. With all she's a chucker. I mean, she's still dope. I'm not trying to discredit her. But she gets them up. She more so out there shooting 3 step. She's getting active. I'm taking Drew Lloyd over any guard in the WNBA.
But the highlights though. The highlights.
Damn those highlights, Mars.
Nah.
Have you watched
That's Drew Lloyd? Mars, that's Drew Lloyd.
Mars, you ain't got a chance to go check out Drew Lloyd?
I refuse to believe there's better highlights than Arike.
I'm not saying her highlights is better.
That's the best player I've ever seen based on highlights. I'm gonna tell you.
All right, go check out Drew Lloyd.
Well, you gotta look.
I went. I seen the highlights, and then I looked. I seen she was shooting 36% from the field. I was like, it's a good thing they only show the makes because those misses, I'm sure they probably look bad.
It's crazy. She's
but the makes look tough.
She's a chucker. But the thing is, if you got to watch A'ja Wilson play a full game. If you watch what she's doing, yesterday, I'm talking about the Dallas Wings are so big. They're coming 6'7", 6'7", 6'6", 6'4", 6'4".
That's their front line, yeah.
That's they big now.
A'ja ain't like 6'6". She's not that big.
A'ja 6'4". A'ja is babying them six. I'm talking about them girls out there bigger than me. And she doing it, Morris. I'm talking about she catch that mid-range. If you don't come up, she knocking it down. You step up, it's a jab step. I can go right, I can go left. I got touch. I'm blocking shots, defense. I'm telling you, A'ja Wilson is Lisa Leslie with a jump shot. She is the GOAT. She is the GOAT, and she will go down as the GOAT.
Wow. Yeah, but look at the highlights of Enrique. You see them step back?
Morris, I'm talking about 36, 12, and 6.
Okay,
yeah, she got busy. She got busy last night.
But 26 with clean highlights clears. What are we talking
about? Enrique is crazy though. Like she get to it. She don't do no playing around. She get that ball and go.
She like
I'm here to do one thing, and y'all know what it is, and y'all not gonna stop.
Is she Jalen Brunson, Ron?
I think she a little bigger though than what Jalen would be.
She's Ron, she's little, bro.
Fellas.
Yeah, but like relative, I guess.
Fellas, even relative, that's about the same.
Fellas, I got to bounce, unfortunately. I got to bounce, but I will see you dudes tomorrow. And the finals is here. Let's do it, Ron. The finals is here. Let's do it. I got to bounce later.
All right, chill.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Still, like, Ron, 5'8" is little for a girl, too. Like at that play, because she played mostly like that, especially playing a lot of that shooting guard position. 5'8".
Jalen Brunson is 5'8".
Oh yeah, so you right. You right.
He just cooked.
You right.
Hey, but and I do like that comparison. I think it's gonna be we're gonna hear about this for like the next probably 2 or 3 years. Enrique versus Jewel Lloyd, who's a better scorer and whatnot. The difference for me is Jewel Lloyd to get you on that block. Jewel Lloyd to get you in the mid range with her back to the basket. Won't take no dribbles. Just turn around and shoot over you like 05 Kobe.
But Ron, she also like coming off the wing. Like if she gets around that guard, she's strong enough. She finished with the bigs. You know what I'm saying? She coming through, finishing. I really don't think it's a fair comparison. I think Jewel Lloyd clears.
I'm watching Jewel Lloyd highlights right now.
Damn those highlights. The highlights.
I'm gonna have my opinion in 6 minutes and 18 seconds.
Mars, you a highlight merchant now?
Yo, highlights matter, bro. Highlights matter. For the WNBA, 1000%.
Hey, to this super chat though from Alonzo Harris, calling me a bum, saying I never heard of Cynthia Cooper. I do nothing but advocate Cynthia Cooper. Cynthia Cooper and Lisa Leslie have been my GOATs forever. But at some point, you got to look at A'ja Wilson, and you got to watch A'ja Wilson play basketball and understand that she is on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, A'ja Wilson, she's better than Candace Parker.
Is she better all around though?
All around, Jalen.
Like I get A'ja's amazing.
Candace is crazy.
Candace can stretch it out a little further than A'ja.
I think she's a better passer. She's a better passer too. Yeah, I think she's a better passer.
But other than that, A'ja on defense is better than Candace, bro. On defense, she's better than Candace. Yeah. I'm talking about catching the ball in the mid range. 15 feet away from the basket, you're not stopping A'ja Wilson from scoring. You can send a double and it's not going to do nothing for you.
Yeah, no, I hear you. She's on pace to be in that kind of GOAT conversation, what she's doing. But Lauren Jackson, people forget Lauren Jackson's peak was incredible. Lauren Jackson.
I see you, Jalen.
You understand? Like I know WNBA history. I'm saying I don't watch as much as Ox. We're gonna watch more obviously these days because it's really booming. But Lauren Jackson during her peak too, man. No, I'm watching more these days just because I think the whole Caitlin Clark coming into the league, A'ja reaches more eyes on it, so I'm watching more.
You impressed, Mars? With these highlights?
Seen her shoot a sidestep from 30 feet. Crazy. But
that's Jewel Lloyd.
Enrique's still looking better right now. I ain't gonna lie. We got 4 minutes and
I mean, bro, Enrique, it's like watching D-Wade highlights. Like it's gonna be hard to up a D-Wade highlight. How do you outdo that? It's just it's just too much.
Right.
D-Wade was made to be a highlight reel. Hey, but Jalen, though, you happy about the whole WNBA expansion to Toronto?
100%. I'll be there. I'll be there again. I'll be there first night. We definitely go away. We're gonna lock in with that.
That's 26.
Yeah, I believe in a couple years, 2 years. Yeah.
Are they trying to get y'all? I see what's going on here. They trying to get y'all Juju.
Hey, I'm not mad at that.
Hold on,
I'm not mad at
is that next year or is that
Did
20?
I don't know. Juju's going to do 3
But
years. of
Juju's
college,
a
right?
sophomore, right?
Nah, Ron, next year's 25, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it's. Are you guys getting the team in 26 or 25? Because that would determine whether you're getting Juju or Page.
I believe 26. Let me double check it.
Because if I'm not mistaken, because they were saying that Page is going to end up in the Bay for the Golden State
2026.
WNBA team.
Yeah, our first season will be 2026. Yeah.
You guys, and then the Bay's getting their team next year, right?
I think, yeah. So they'll be next year. They'll be 2025. So
I
we
see
should
what's going
get
on here.
Juju.
So
They're not.
so
I thought
they're
they was
trying
going
to-
to some time.
They're trying to give the Bay Page, and then they're trying to give you guys Juju. I see
I'm
what's
with
going
it.
on.
I'm with it.
Hold on, though. Hold on. Don't just assume Juju going over Kiki.
I threw him out real quick. I get it.
Kiki
Juju
who?
Robinson.
I don't give a shit. What? I don't
Kiki who?
You can kick me again. Don't act like Juju just
Kiki who? The
automatically
girl-
going over Kiki.
The girl that Drake was rapping and singing about? Kiki who?
Hey,
All right, bro. Whatever.
Kiki who?
Y'all better keep your eyes open and keep watching basketball. No, don't be mistaken from these headlines and highlights. Y'all better keep watching Kiki.
1K David said, all this for the Lakers to still make it farther than the Kings every year.
See, this is who said that, Ron?
1K David.
See, 1K, David, that's the problem. See, you only 1K, David. See, I'm 10K. You know what I'm saying?
hey.
You need to set your sights higher. You competing with the Kings about who you're competing with the Kings in playoffs? No, come on. If that's all you want to do is make it further than the Kings, you need to raise your aspirations. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, meditate. You know what I'm saying? Meditate and let your mind be free. Think bigger.
They think the
Think
Lakers will have they think the Lakers will have a coaching advantage if they get the UConn coach.
I hope they don't. I want everything bad for the Lakers.
That would be I think that would be a good coach for the long term for the Lakers. Wouldn't be mad at that.
Lakers fans out here, elevate your mind, brother.
Darren Fost. Jalen, I definitely need your opinion on this.
There it
He
is.
said 89% of bets have been on Dallas winning the series, tilting the odds, making Boston a higher favorite. Do you think ESPN/Fox manipulated the public?
No, I just think that's one of those things where I think all the betting pros love it and the books love it because that's just like a fan thing. That's just like people betting. You know, Bronny James got the most bets to go first overall. That's just fans betting, throwing some money on it just because they have money to spend and because it's fun for them. But
Is that the most amount of bets, Jalen, or the most amount of money?
The most amount of bets. I'm not sure about money.
Okay,
but
well,
yeah,
that
most
makes
amount of
sense.
bets. Yeah, most amount of bets. Yeah. So I mean, Boston's 100% still the favorite. Even me, like I said, my heart wants Dallas to win, but my brain is telling me Boston. Right. So it's just one of those things where people are going to bet because for whatever reason, Boston's just not likable. It seems Tatum doesn't seem that likable for a lot of fans. For whatever reason, they get a lot of hate, and Luka seems to be the guy that everyone wants to win a championship. So that's just like a personal bias thing that people have. So they'll vote for or they'll put their money on Dallas.
It's funny. I feel like that switched though. I feel like 3 years ago, Luka was more hated and JT was more loved on both of their come-ups. And now that they've gotten to the point where they are right now, obviously, I mean, you factor in the super teams. You factor in, I guess you could say, Jayson Tatum coming up short a couple times. You factor in him not being as clutch as a lot of people would say. And then just having a plethora of riches over there. As opposed to Luka, on the other hand, it seems more like he's got it out the mud. He became kind of the likable, unathletic guy, if you will.
It's that Kyrie though too. Like the chat said, the love for Kyrie has been blown up. Like he went a guy from a lot of people were hating on. He's this, he's that, whatever, or a little iffy on to now. Kyrie Irving's once again the most skilled player, one of the most skilled players of all time. You know, they love his attitude, the way he's playing. Like he's become very likable and lovable now. So I think Kyrie has a big reason why people are kind of resonating with the Mavs.
Yo, I'm running a poll right now, and I need you guys to be unbiased. Who do you guys sincerely believe is just more hated amongst the general masses? I'm not talking about the media, I'm talking about just in everyday barbershop conversations. Who's more hated? Because I do know a lot of people that hate Luka, and I know a lot of people that hate Tatum as well. But I need you guys to tell me, Luka or Tatum, Who do you guys think's more hated?
In the barbershop is hard, Ron, because in the barbershop, you're gonna get hate on because this one's the white boy, this one's the light-skinned dude. So in the barbershop,
they both get that
you
hate.
never really know, Ron. But probably Luka. No, probably I don't know. That's a hard question.
That one's tough.
That's a hard question. I would say Luka just because a lot of it has to do with just like understanding, like how was he doing this? Like how was he cooking like that? You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is kind of like with JT, people think he's kind of soft, Like people going off that like, oh, he's soft, he's not gonna get it done, and he needs a super team. You know what I mean? So I think it's probably as even as it could be. And also it's not like, and you know how everything goes with America when it comes to this, they want to make it a race thing, and this, the white folks typically go with this person, but Luka's a European, so it's different. It's not like it would be if he was like Cooper, what's his name? Cooper Flag or one of those type kids, you know what I mean? So it's really difficult. I would say
it was Caitlin Clark. That's an interesting conversation too. That whole race thing in America with Caitlin Clark versus the WNBA and Angel Reese. That whole situation, how they're bringing that into
WNBA.
The WNBA, but I mean, it is also, I think, a very American thing. I don't see that necessarily happening in a lot of other countries the way it's talked about in America.
You know how it is.
You know the thing about it, Jalen, is I really don't care what the narrative is or what's going on. I'm just happy we talking about the WNBA. I'm happy Mars watched the Joel Lloyd highlight today. I'm happy that we talked about Juju. I'm happy we talked about Paige, women's college basketball. We talked about Asia Wilson. We talked about some legends as well. Lisa Leslie's name popped up. That's it. I'm just happy that they
all press is good press. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, like they're being talked about. I saw the WNBA trending for like 4 days in a row on Twitter. You know what I mean? I saw Caitlin Clark's name up there, Angel Reese's name up there. So it is a good thing that they're being talked about. Now, the context of that, I do think a lot of times, though, especially with Twitter discourse, it is a bit of like a cesspool. And especially now, I never suddenly all these like political commentators that I'll tend to like follow or engage with from both sides, they all have inputs on it too. Like it's transcending sports, right? It's becoming like a political thing too, where it seems like
it's election year, gentlemen. It's an election year,
100%,
and you see this is a way. I mean, you got to. This is America, bro. And if everything's going to end up being about race, bro. Everything's going to end up being about race because this is America, bro. And that's just how it has to be. I don't like it, but that's how it has to be in America, right? So as a politician, I'm like, I could get some black votes. You know what I'm saying? Or I can go with the white girl and get some white votes. You know how votes. This is how it is. It's corny, but that's how it is. We can't keep it hoop. We can't keep it hoop. Y'all seen where they were doing like asking NBA players that was about to get on the bus who they had winning the national title, and or not even the national title. It was the Final Four game, LSU and Iowa, and any black player that said they had Iowa. Yeah. The comments were, he's a coon. He's a coon.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This man, that's like, bro, that shit is crazy, bro. You couldn't be a black man saying that Caitlin Clark was better than Angel Reese or you hate black women. Protect black women at all costs. I'm with that. Of course I'm with that. Protect all black women, all women at all costs. But we're not gonna do that for basketball. Like if she's better than her, I can say it.
100%.
I mean, Ox, what's wrong with being a coon?
That's crazy work. I just want to say the Caitlin Clark thing.
You know what? Honestly, Ron, for what people call a coon nowadays, nothing.
Doesn't have the same meaning.
People just be
actually being a coon or a traitor to your race is a terrible thing. But what people say a coon is today, holding your brothers to a high standard. You know what I'm saying? Holding your brothers accountable. You know what I'm saying? Wanting us to be the best version of ourselves is a coon nowadays. So there's nothing wrong with being a coon at all.
That's definitely a take.
I'm just saying, be you and be the best you could be. If you wake up and decide to be a coon, be the best coon on planet Earth. If you wake up and decide to graduate a coon, hey, graduate summa cum laude. That's all I'm saying.
Summa cum laude is crazy. Yo. Oh man. Shout out to WNBA, man. Shout out to WNBA. Like I said, Asia Wilson doing it. They do have to figure out a way though to kind of market Asia Wilson too as being the best player in a possible, going in the GOAT conversation. They got to figure that out because she's not marketed enough for whatever reason.
Well, because she plays in the league with Stu.
Hey, Stewie is nice too. Stewie is nice.
Didn't we go over this last summer, y'all?
Didn't
we go through this last summer, y'all? I told y'all already.
Well, this summer ain't last summer.
Look, Jackie Young making a name for herself too. Jackie Young makes some noise too. Yeah, she's definitely an all-around player too. I really like what Jackie Young's done this year too. She's been solid. And to me, Caitlin's still been the best rookie. She get a lot of hate too, but she's still been the best rookie. Like she's still better than Cameron Brink, Angel Reese.
I think I'm an Angel Reese hater, so I just stay out of the conversation.
I think obviously with the Angel Reese, when she came out with the statement, she's okay playing the villain. That there's more than one person who's responsible for the WNBA's popularity. Is there some resentment that she's getting all the resentment
because she was telling us that's a fact, Jalen?
No, I don't care about anything she said. I think she's just trash.
Oh wow, I will say I understand if someone comes in the league, got $28 million.
Me and Abby agree.
Like I get it. I get why there's resentment for her from the players, without a doubt. But we also understand though why she's being pushed. It's just a marketing thing.
Well, I think she's terrible at basketball.
So Morris, here's the thing: women's basketball looks a whole lot different than the men's. And I'm saying this because sometimes certain players like the dirty work players in the women's side, they don't really look.
The game don't look pretty,
but they still have a good
impact.
They produce at a high level.
Okay.
If you get like the Bam Adebayos for the men's will look a whole lot different on the men's side. They just won't look good at all, but they'll produce at a high level.
She takes layups and it looks like it hurts.
I know more, and that's what I'm
saying.
I don't
know. I don't like. I get it. Once again, I don't watch the games, so I'm sure there's impacts. I'm sure she might be good defensively or something. She everything I see, she's terrible at basketball. I don't know what to me. But once again, I'm a casual. So I just don't understand how she's getting all the promotion. And then you got Asia Wilson and them doing good things on a basketball court. And then she's getting praised for getting a double-double when she was 3 for 12. And she got 5 offensive rebounds. And all of them were because she missed a layup. That's just crazy to me. But
she got a following, Mars. You got to understand, Angel Reese, she has her people riding with her too. They really ride with Angel Reese, just like Caitlin Clark has her supporters. Angel has hers.
Yeah, I get it. It's like that.
Yeah, Angel's game ain't like Caitlin's though. It's just different. They play way
different.
That's what I was saying already. I was trying to say before the college season was even over. I was saying Angel's gonna need a little more time to show out in the WNBA because she's not quick enough. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have the skill set. Caitlin can dribble and shoot. She's gonna get off easier than Angel. You know what I'm saying? I think Angel's gonna stick around and have the ability to get better because she's such a good rebounder. On the defensive end and the offensive end, Angel is a hell of a rebounder. So she's gonna be you're gonna play her. But by the end of the season, she'll probably end up, coming off that bench. But that's nothing wrong with that. She's a rookie. She's still doing
Dennis Rodman, man, getting minutes in the WNBA.
Believe it or not,
that's a fair comparison, though. That's actually a fair comparison.
She actually looks better than what I thought she would look. Believe it or not.
You thought she looked worse than this?
More, she hasn't looked bad. More from what you're more from what you're seeing, okay, her movements might be a little clunky and all of that. Okay, it might look weird, but she actually has been producing at a pretty good level.
Ron, she shoots 23% on layups. What am I meant to do with that?
Say, speaking of looking good, Chicago's guy, what's his name? Kais Gonzerzik?
That's a good question.
How come you never told me about Kais Gonzerzik before this?
Isn't that the one that Kevin Porter Jr. beat up?
Bro, she is stunningly.
When you sent that the other day, Jalen, I was like, you've seen her before.
Yeah, she's the one that's Kevin Porter Jr. Sir.
I didn't know that because I knew his situation, but I didn't know the girl. I was like, wow, she is absolutely stunning.
Wait, hold on, Mars. He didn't touch her. She rolled out of bed and broke her neck.
I'm staying.
So
she said he didn't do it, Mars. She was having a bad dream. She must have got scared and fell out the bed.
I don't know what kind of double-decker bed she was on, but I mean, I guess.
He wouldn't do a thing like that.
RNDM said, "I'm so sad. I truly believe Vegas never loses. The fact that 89% of bets are on the Mavs as underdog makes me want to cash out my bet."
Oh yeah, for sure. That ESPN have been making Boston look trash all year, so that people would pick against them, so they can win in the end. Come on, man, it's all a conspiracy. NBA don't mean nothing. Nah, this don't mean anything. It's all about just making The richer. That's it.
ESPN CEO, he placed that big bet on Boston.
Yeah, that's why they've been downplaying the Boston Celtics all year. So people be like, "I'm like, yeah, we don't believe in Boston. They the underdogs. We gonna come up. You're not gonna come up. Vegas won. You lost."
This is crazy, bro. They got to stop commercializing the whole betting and gambling thing. Like, let the mob have it.
Hold up. It brings a lot of eyes to the sport, Ox. Brings a lot of eyes to the sport.
Damn those eyes, Jalen.
I mean, hey.
It's bad. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, bro.
Damn those eyes.
It's good. It's good for business. It's not good for the game. But hey, since when is the NBA about the game and not about business?
Hey, Ox, WNBA wants those 5-year, $50 million contracts.
I don't care, Jalen. I don't care.
All right, fellas. I got a couple stats that I want to talk about for this upcoming series. Do you guys know that it's been 10 years, or we've only seen one Game 7 in the last 10 years?
In the playoffs or in the finals?
No, in the play. We had a Game 7.
Yeah.
No. In the finals. In the finals.
Yeah, 2016.
Does that narrative possibly change? No.
No.
So it's not a chance.
This series isn't going to 7 games.
No.
I want to see how Porziņģis
either way, or Boston in 5-6.
Either way, whichever team wins isn't going 7 games.
Why don't you believe it's going 7?
Because whichever team wins is going to be clearly better than the other team. This isn't going to be a 7-game series. Although you can be clearly better and still go 7, but I just don't think it's going to be a 7-game series. I have no anything to back it up. Like, I genuinely have nothing to back it up. I can't be like, it's not going to go 7 because this is going to happen. I just don't think it's going to be a 7-game series. Unless the refs have power. They can extend the series. Scott Foster's known as the extender. You put him in charge of a Game 6 where a team's down 3-2. He can make it go to Game 7. I just don't think it's going to Game 7. But it might change. I just don't think it is.
I'm running a poll right now. I'm asking, will this series go 7 games? Y'all make sure to go vote on this poll. And also, let me know who you're picking in 7. Or if you're not picking 7. And like the video on the way over there, too.
And Tatum won the poll for most hated.
What up?
Convincingly.
What up?
Can this series go 7?
Yeah. It could. I don't think it will, though. I think Boston. I think Boston gets it done in 6. I'm not gonna be surprised if they do it in 5.
How about you, Jalen?
I think if it goes 7, I would take the Mavs just because I believe in Luka and Kyrie in a Game 7 over Tatum and Brown. But I do think Boston. Again, my brain wants Boston to win. It's telling me Boston in 5 or 6 too. But I want the Mavs to win. Mavs in 6.
Boston in 6.
All right.
High IQ.
Another statistic too is a number 5 seed has never won an NBA Finals. Now we've had 51 teams as the 1 seed win an NBA Finals. We've had 16 teams as a 2 seed win the NBA Finals. We've had 8 number 3 seeds win the NBA Finals. 1 number 4 seed. Shout out to Bill Russell. And then we also had 1 6 seed. Shout out Hakeem Olajuwon. And other than that, a 5, 7, or 8 has never won.
That will remain true. Yeah, that will remain true.
It could change. It could change. I will say this about Dallas though. Even if they win this year, let's say they win the championship this year, I think there'll be a 4 or 5 or 6 seed next year. Because I don't think Kyrie and Luka are going to play this level of defense throughout an 82-game schedule, throughout the regular season. And I don't think without that they can be a number 1 or 2 seed. I think this team with Luka and Kyrie, the way they play, and them clearly just giving more effort defensively and playing better defensively is kind of a playoff thing and not a regular season thing.
So do you think Luka can never win an MVP?
No, because I think narratives matter. So I think if he wins the champion this year and he just puts up his regular numbers next year, even as a 4 seed, even for a 4, they might give it to him just off the championship thing. Yeah, I think that narrative that Luka can get one. Yeah, I think they might just give it to him.
Interesting.
All right. Also, only 4 teams in NBA history have won the NBA Finals after missing the playoffs in the previous year. Do we know these teams? One is easy.
One is definitely the Bill Walton Blazers in 1977. Missing the playoffs. The 2022 Warriors missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
The 21 Warriors missed the playoffs. They won it the next year. Then you've got.
I think who?
And
Jesus.
it's recent history too. The next two.
Recent history.
Yeah.
Not the Bucks, not the Raptors.
Okay, so you got the Lakers made the playoffs. Then the Spurs made the playoffs. The 03 Pistons made the playoffs.
Wait, the Lakers didn't they miss the playoffs before, and then they got Anthony Davis and won?
The bubble Lakers, yeah, the bubble
No,
Lakers is one.
yeah, okay.
The bubble Lakers is one, right?
Yeah.
So that's 3 teams, and then the 4th team, the 05.
Let's keep it a buck in the chat.
The 05 Heat made the playoffs.
Oh wait, Celtics, I think.
Oh, the 08 Celtics, the other
Yeah,
one, because they didn't make the playoffs the previous year. Okay, 08 Celtics. Okay, 08 Celtics, 22 Warriors, 20 Lakers, and the 77 Blazers.
Yep. And the
It's crazy that the
2024 Dallas
77
Mavericks.
Yeah, and them too. And the 2025 Houston Rockets. Yeah.
All right, we got some more super chats. Alan L said, "This the open gym preview."
It was feeling like it about 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
That's what it feels like to be an open gym.
Yeah. So it's such a wonderful show.
That's kind of exhilarating. Need to get over there.
It's a great show. I think like if you haven't watched Open Gym since we've upgraded, such a great show.
Upgraded is so disrespectful.
Jalen, you missed the old open gym, or you?
Hey man,
you good in this new gym?
I think both gyms are great. We don't keep it politically correct.
That's because he unfortunately
You know
has the old Open Gym as his co-host.
Hey, shout out Dumb, man.
I know Jalen deep down isn't happy about that, but you got to take what you can get. So I get it.
Jalen, open gym or from the logo?
Oh, that's from the logo. That's from the logo. Shout out Open Gym though. Shout out Open Gym.
If Jalen could get Domo from the logo, he'd say yes with no hesitation.
I would say if you want to come open the logo, go Moran and Anya. Shout out from the logo. Y'all more than welcome to pop up. Episode today, 6 p.m. Eastern. Tap in. Gonna be a good one.
You know I'm running that good old poll. Open gym or from the logo?
If I see more than 4% of votes,
Right,
anything other than Open
I better
Gym.
see it like 50-50. Come on, chat.
If I see 50-50, you guys are just trolling at that point.
Check. Come on, let us know who you rocking with. Open gym or from the logo?
Cool.
So looking like
let me get these votes in. Where my burners at? Let me get these
This
burner
poll
votes
is
in.
too close right now.
Let's go, chat. From the logo, you know what it is. We bring the real truth. Open gym got like the casuals up there.
And you see how come it's only these two right now, because the clear best show on the channel. We don't need to be a part of no poll.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. This poll is way too close. We might have to cancel Open Gym for today just
Shout
to
out
teach you guys a
Hayes,
lesson.
Dub, Gifted, ZZ. Man, we holding it down from the logo.
Hey, y'all really do be sleeping on from the logo though. Y'all gotta pull up. I know a lot of you guys haven't even pulled up over there. Like y'all.
There's a reason why they haven't.
Ron, we can put up the bet right now. I got a couple hundred from the logo beating the panel on the 1v1s debate, man. Easy work. Easy work.
Well, chat.
Wait, Jalen, say you're from the logo members again.
Myself, Dub, ZZ, Gifted, Hayes. Talk to us nice.
Getting destroyed.
Ain't no way. I'm telling you, we can set it up. The 1v1s, we're cooking the panel. It's gonna be bad.
So Jalen, who could you beat on the panel?
Who can I beat? Who we doing? Anyone of y'all? Mars getting.
Didn't you lose to ZZ?
Shout out ZZ. That was just a voter thing. The voters had to give to ZZ. What? You know what happened? Did you lose to Gifted? You want your get back?
I lost to Gifted. Yes, I lost to Gifted.
But yeah, no, we got that. Easy work.
Okay.
Gifted just sound like you know what he's talking about. But if you really dissect that shit, I'll be like, bro, you're just repeating yourself. You're figuring out different ways to say the same shit.
Yeah, but that's what you gotta do, really. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You say the same thing 7 different ways, and all of a sudden you cook 7 times.
Nah, man, I need some sustenance, man.
Nah.
That's how y'all stand on. I'm telling you, it's a lot of debaters that I've seen come around that just talk real good. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
That's kind
You know
of art
what
of
I mean?
debating. Yeah.
Well, no, Mars, you got substance with your shit, Mars. So that wasn't no stray at you. I swear to God, it wasn't. I'm saying I've heard a lot of just real smooth talkers. You know what I mean? And so that's the issue there. See, I just tell it how it is. I just talk hoop. I don't got time to try to put sugar on it. You know, let's just get straight to it.
I mean,
No,
a
we got
lot of
that
debating is
too.
also a lot of debating is also just like, especially with like how these votes go. Just pick the side that you know most people agree with. Then all of a sudden, it don't even matter what you say.
Yeah, that's the thing too. People got to realize
It
voting.
doesn't even matter what you say. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you pick the side that people agree with, it doesn't matter. Like, if you do MJ versus LeBron, for example, you could pick MJ. If you know majority of people gonna pick MJ, it doesn't matter what you say. They're gonna say you won just because you're on the side that they agree with. They're just not gonna pick LeBron. So it doesn't matter what you say. You can say MJ's better because he rocks the body better, and all of a sudden, oh, that's right. Yep, he won. Like, it doesn't matter.
I saw another debate.
Glaze.
That's real.
Wherever the glaze goes, that's the side you need to pick.
Yeah, pretty much. Just be on the side. Be on the side with the larger audience, and then it doesn't matter what you say. They'll be on your side.
Or there's another debate where it was Moses Malone versus Shaq. Clearly, Shaq's better. I have Shaq, but the Moses Malone guy made better points. He was the better debater, so I had to give him the win. You know what I mean? So you got to vote on who just does better.
Yeah, but people aren't going to do that. You do Moses Malone versus Shaq. They've already decided it's Shaq. So no matter what the Shaq guy says, all he has to do is say 3 finals MVPs and he wins. Like, that's all he has to do.
I hear you.
All right, another super chat from Derek Graham. He said, Mars, can you and Damo set up a Pro-Am league in 2K?
You'd have to ask Damo. I don't know. Me putting that's too much work. I'm not doing all that. I just play rec.
I'm cooking Damo 1v1. Not in the game, in real life. Not no game. I'm playing no video games.
Damo, if you out there,
talk about video games.
If you out there, Damo, I need to know how you feel about this.
So Damo losing at least 20 pounds after I'm done with him. You're gonna be sweating, tired. Not like that. I mean, like debating. He'd be so confused, tired. He'd be stressed out.
James, that was crazy. Pounds. You didn't have to take it. That's wild. All right. Matt with the super chat said, I got the season 6, but if it goes 7, I'm taking Luka Doncic.
Facts. Luka and Kyrie in the
game.
You're
taking the Mavericks, you're taking Luka. Interesting.
Follow the glaze. SMNRNDM with the super chat. He said the fact that Tatum won the most hated player poll means that he's actually loved, and people believe he is hate thrown at him. Irony is a beautiful thing.
I mean, he has his fans, obviously. Shout out Chitchat.
Of course, everyone has fans. Everyone has haters.
So is he playing the hate is stronger than love, or hate is just love in a different form role right now?
He's playing there's a thin line between love and hate. That's what he's doing. He's like, well, if you guys can acknowledge that you hate Jayson Tatum, that means you know that really it's not really hate, because you can't even acknowledge that you're hating on Luka, which is why he didn't win the poll. That's like kind of what he's getting at.
I see, SM. I see. Okay. Killer Cam said, why are the Lakers 350 championships respected?
The George Michael
350s?
Rings. Yeah, he's asking why are the George Michael rings respected? I don't know.
All rings should be respected, y'all. All rings should be respected.
Yeah. They weren't even the Los Angeles Lakers. They were the Minneapolis Lakers.
I'm not counting those New York Yankees segregated rings. Any rings before segregation?
My thing is the league is what the league is at the time. If I dominate the league, I'm the best there is right now. So I deserve my recognition for being better than everybody in front of me.
Like, 5 Lakers rings are before a shot clock existed. I'm cool.
That was just the game then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, me personally, I don't count any basketball before a shot clock. Personally,
why not? That was the dub era.
I would have been fighting in that era, Ron. That would have had me ready to fight. Don't just sit there.
You wouldn't have been on the court.
Well, no. What I'm saying is like brothers was playing arena. Brothers was playing ball too, just not in the what was that time? The AAB or whatever it was called, the ABA, the BAA, whatever it was at that time. What I'm saying is wherever we was playing at, if you holding the ball and not shooting all game, we fighting though.
Yeah, I think I seen in like 1954 or something. Like before they implemented the shot clock, there was a game that was like 1918.
Yeah, I'm kicking
Like,
your knee.
Like, what we
Personally,
doing
I
now?
don't think it would have been that bad to play in the BBL. I probably would have been a dope little league to play in for.
Of course.
Germany?
Of course.
Well,
Is that what the
that
German
BBL
league is called?
Yeah, the BBL.
Oh, that's what the English league is called too.
Hey man, shout out
Shout out to
BBL.
Sam Decker, by the way. Sam Decker hooping over here.
Oh wow.
We just discovered that last week. I was juiced. You know,
Oh.
I'm a huge Sam Decker fan. I think I might be the biggest Sam Decker fan ever. I trip off Sam Decker. Sam Decker and Frank Kaminsky.
Well,
Can't tell me nothing about
Wisconsin.
that. Yeah.
Wisconsin.
You
They
can't
were
tell
gonna
me
be
nothing
a-
about Frank Kaminsky and Sam Decker. Well,
They were going to be an all-time great college team, and then Duke came along, shut them up. Real quick.
Yeah. Man.
Should've,
Sam Decker
could've,
might be my favorite white boy hooper of all time.
He was doing this thing.
Shout out to Sam Decker.
Joseph S said whole panel should do a playback for a finals game.
Tell the NBA to not put the games on at 2 a.m.
They got to put it 2 a.m. your time.
Elimination game, whether that's game 4, 5, 6, or 7, I wouldn't be mad at that. Well, it would have to
pay.
be.
You have to pay me
elimination.
triple overtime if you want me there at 2 a.m. I'm sorry.
You don't got no espresso machine in there, Mars?
I don't drink coffee. That's disgusting.
Red Bull?
Ugh. Red Bull.
No,
Diet
Red Bull.
Those are just bad for you.
They are.
That'll kill you.
Who's on tonight?
Celsius.
JD or
Celsius?
Chill?
Water. I drink water.
Good for you.
You know how long it takes for that stuff to clear your system? Like I was looking at the one thing, reading one thing. It's like I think soda takes like 3 weeks to clear your system. Like you got to stop drinking soda for at least 3 weeks to get all that out your system. It was I can't remember, one of the drinks was like about like a couple months, but like I think it was Gatorade. It was like a couple months to get out your system. Like it's just sitting there in the filter of your kidneys and stuff like that. It's terrible shit.
Hey, Ox, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
You know how long it takes them twigs that you put into the environment to clear your system? Huh? Can you riddle me that?
These twigs? With this right?
Man.
Woo! Woo!
Yo,
Boy.
Man, a Diet Coke a day keeps the doctor away.
That's
Zero
not true,
calories.
gentlemen.
Chat.
I don't believe that that's a fact, gentlemen. But
Chug a bottle of water, sip some Diet Coke. Balance is key.
Jalen, you really drink Diet Coke?
Oh, it's so bad. I drink Diet Coke every day.
he drinks fast food and eats cereal. Brian.
I don't eat cereal. I do eat a lot of fast food, sadly.
All right.
Well, shit,
Well, like I
you're
said,
still young. You still got about 5-6 years left, gentlemen.
Wait, fast food, Mike said. I still
Jalen, how old are
drink.
you?
I'm 30. We all had.
Okay.
I still drink my green shakes though. Take my multivitamins. You know, said balance.
And Jalen, we know where you get your cardio at, boy.
Hey, you know what it is. Never skip cardio, chat. Never skip cardio. Always work on the sweat.
Jalen be in there with that milk, boy. I'm telling you.
Alonzo Harris said, "This bum ox never heard of Cynthia Cooper."
That's crazy.
I already addressed that, man. Already addressed that. Anybody that knows me know I hold Cynthia Cooper amongst the highest regards in basketball. Like I hold Cynthia Cooper up there with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and those guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Cynthia Cooper is by far my favorite women's basketball player of all time. But I got to keep it real though. Like I got to keep it real. Like it's like KG and Scottie Pippen are my favorite players of all time. But you know what I'm saying? I understand that they no longer, they're not the GOAT.
SMNRNDM said, "LOL, I am not that philosophical. What I'm saying is, when you a hater, you don't believe it's hate. That's all. WTF, you guys think I'm trying here."
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. That if you're willing to say Jayson Tatum's most hated, you're acknowledging his hate, but you're not even willing to acknowledge that you hate Luka. That's what I just said. So you're cooked, buddy.
Damn, SM, he keep cooking you, and I don't know why. All right, y'all. We got about 20 more minutes left. I got a couple more buy or sell questions, and I need answers. I need to know if you guys are buying this shit or if you're selling it at a discounted rate. Need you guys to tell me. Chat, I need you guys to let me know too. Drop your buy or sell in the chat when I let you guys know this. So the first one is, coaching will win this series. Are you buying this or are you selling it?
I'm going to sell that because I just think both coaches are good enough not to cost the team a series like that.
I could buy it, Ron. I could buy it. I could buy it based on rotations and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the guy out there too long or pulling the guy too early. You know what I mean? I could see something being where Luke Cornett minutes, maybe there's a pivotal game, a game 3, a game 4, a game 5, where Luke Cornett might be out there a little too long, and Daniel Gafford is, 4 or 5 back-to-back rim crushers, offensive rebounds, stuff like that. Those quick minutes like that can change the series. So I could buy a situation like that. Just a lack of making quick substitutions, changing the tide of the series. So I could see that.
Have we seen that though? Like, I feel like both coaches have been pretty solid with the rotations. I haven't seen any like egregious rotations.
I don't know. See, sometimes it's things like that happen that we miss because it doesn't play out that way. You know what I mean? Where you got lucky, coach. You know what I mean? So, and that happens, but I think that's a part of coaching, and I think that's an unavoidable part of coaching too. Is where I'm doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think Mark said something about it yesterday, where you don't hear about the stuff unless it goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and so I think that's an inevitable part of coaching, is where I'm gonna make mistakes. Sometimes those mistakes will cost us, and sometimes they won't. So that, for those reasons, I'm gonna buy that.
All right, buy or sell. Derek White will be the Celtics' most important player in this series.
Open Gym won the poll in a landslide.
What was the landslide?
78-21.
Damn, bro. Shout out to 21% of y'all, man. Shout out
21% of people were trolls because I was one of them.
That's crazy. 21% of people, intelligent people, for that one. The 78's okay. Y'all confused. It happens. A lot of people were confused. You'll see the light.
Jalen, those are good numbers, Jalen, because you're not supposed to beat Open Gym in a poll. Like open gym poll should be like 90 to 10. So the fact that it was 80 to 20.
Open Gym would be every show on the platform in a poll.
Yeah, Open Gym minions,
including the panel, Jalen.
Yeah, that Open Gym minions are very real.
No, it's because it's the best show on the platform.
It's like the Swifties. It's like people think Taylor Swift better than Beyonce. You know what I mean? Can you really take him serious?
Yeah, because we know music. Yeah.
See, you know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing to that. If you think Taylor Swift better than Beyonce, you got it, chat. You got it. Shout out to Open Gym minions, aka Swifties. Y'all do you.
Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys. Open Gym next. Yeah, best show on the platform. What was the question Ron asked? Derek White? Cat.
No?
Most important player.
The most important player is the best player.
Most of the player, I think, hey, you know what? I'm buy on that one. Derek White's going to see time on Kyrie Irving. He's going to see he might even see some. He's going to probably see some minutes on Luka Doncic too. Him, Drew Holiday, I think will definitely alternate with that. Oh, shoot, even Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They're going to have 4 guys to throw at those 2, keep alternating with those 4. But I do think Derek White will spend a lot of minutes on that, so I can definitely see that. He's going to have the threes, pass, create for his teammates. He could definitely be the most important player.
Ox.
No, I think I'm gonna sell that just because, like, Derek White. I think Derek White's one of the most consistent players, and so I think what he's gonna give you is already written in. I'm saying, like, I think it's already written in what Derek White's gonna produce this playoffs on offense and defense. I think it's more so a guy like Al Horford. You know what I mean? Al Horford. What are we gonna get from Big Al? Like, we don't need you to make 7 threes every game, Al, but you can't be out here clanking. You gotta be moving your feet on defense. You gotta be rebounding.
The Jaylen Brown shooting regression has to be coming. That Jaylen Brown shooting regression.
Jaylen Brown is
well. Then the Jayson Tatum shooting
looking this series
progression has happened.
That's fair. I just want to know. Like, I want to know because ain't no way Jaylen Brown gotta continue to do this.
Why?
Jaylen Brown can continue shooting 50% on his.
Is it because he has no left hand?
No, he just look. I think it's fine. No one shoots as good as he's been shooting. He's just been on like a heater.
What is it going to be?
All he has to do is continue the heater for another 7 games.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be 7, Mars, just 4.
Exactly, 4 games. If he stays on the heater for 4 more games, I mean, that's not out of the possibility. A 20-game heater, that's happened before. Jalen Green just had a whole march. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, Jalen Green just had a whole march.
I think this is a reckoning time, Jalen, where y'all gonna have to finally come to terms with the fact that bro is that good. Like, y'all gonna have to finally come to the fact, like, nah, JB really like that. There's a reason they gave him $300 million, and we was up there saying he didn't deserve it.
Hey, if he wins his Finals MVP, or if he just plays well and wins, no one can complain about that contract anymore.
Man, shout out to Jaylen Brown.
Shit, Buddy said he's shooting 65% from the free throw line. From a guy that shot free throws like me, I'm impressed with 65% from the free throw line.
But that's part of the reason why I don't
ain't
know
no
how Jaylen Brown can shoot. Like that's part of the reason why I don't get how he can shoot. Like, but Jaylen Brown's weird to me. I don't understand that.
He's just a baller, bro.
For sure.
My next buy or sell that I need you guys to help me get down to the bottom of. Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively will collectively shoot over 70% in this series.
Bye.
Lively.
Bye.
What's Lively shooting? 100%? He's shooting incredible. But
Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford.
I'll buy that too.
Yeah.
I'll buy that too.
Together.
They don't force up any shots.
You could sell it at 85% and I might buy it.
Yeah, they don't force up any shots. They just kind of take the open lobs or the lobs that Luka and Kyrie give them, put backs on rebounds. But they don't really force anything, so I can see that.
But I'm buying that run. I don't care if I gotta wait for it to be delivered in weeks, months. I'm purchasing this. This is something I'm purchasing. There's a lot of equity to be made in this purchase, bro. I think this might be one of the smartest purchases of my life.
Allen, I wanted to open gym minions.
No, he just right. That super chat was perfectly accurate. That's one of the reasons why you only got 21%.
I can never take Alan R's word for anything. He's a bozo. He doesn't know anything.
Next buy or sell. Kristaps Porziņģis will have multiple 20 and 10 games.
Sell.
Oh, sell. Yeah.
I don't even know if he's going to play 20 minutes a game. So
yeah, he's not 100%. I think we all know he's definitely 100%. They've come out and said it. He's playing because of the NBA Finals for the regular season game. Maybe if it's the first round, he might not even be playing. So, yeah, 20 and 10. If he gets the 20 and 10, they win. If you get 20 and 10 for Porziņģis, they just win.
So.
Yeah, I can't call it run. I probably wouldn't buy that on clearance.
Yeah, Jayson Tatum gonna be getting his rebounds anyway, so 10 rebounds for him.
I'm actually concerned about KP. I really hope he's healthy though.
We'll see.
Wait till he gets re-injured?
Oh, that he's still injured.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm concerned that it might be serious. Like a cap, like what Chilltown said yesterday. I'm 100% with that. Like if your calf or your plantar fascia or something like that is acting up, I don't play about that at all. Like I don't play about that at all. That's too close to the Achilles.
All right, y'all. And last but definitely not least, buy or sell that Luka will at least get one triple-double in this series.
Bye.
He
might average one.
What?
He might
average a triple-double.
I'm emptying everybody's bank account. My bank account, my mama bank account, everybody's bank account. Man, I need to hold something. Look, I need to go fund me for this one. I'm definitely purchasing that.
All right.
Never the question. If he doesn't get one, I'll be shocked. But yeah, might get 9 rebounds and 10 assists or something. But
that's one of those bets where it's like the odds. If you were to bet against it, the odds are so crazy. If you got like a loose 150 or something, go ahead and just lay it on there. You'll forget about it if you don't hit. But if you hit, like it's no way Luka doesn't have a triple.
That's not saying Steph will have one game where he makes 4 threes. Like, okay,
is that line? So Steph's 4 threes is equivalent to a triple double for Luka?
It's a walk in the park. It's simply gonna happen.
It's a walk in the park. I'm with it.
It's like it's almost as sure as are you gonna be an L host? Like, duh.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
So hold on, with the L host, how many threes is that for Steph?
2.
That's just him making a 3. That's just him making a 3.
Which is
shocking because I think he's had like 2 games this year where he didn't make a 3.
Right?
So.
You see.
Two games out of 80, right?
Yeah, you've had like two solid hosting performances this season.
Right.
I'm saying, Ron, that's like Steph making two threes and going 80% plus from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Enjoy you guys putting that into perspective for me. Lets me know a lot. Lets me know I'm doing my job.
Hey, the people keep
Duke
do something right.
Baylox has been a member for 6 months. He said people gonna be sick when Tatum gets this Finals MVP.
I'm gonna be chilling.
That'd be all right. Yeah, Tatum gets the Finals MVP. Good for Tatum.
Very good for Tatum. Shout out to him. Conference Finals MVP on his resume. Finals MVP on his resume. Championship on his resume. All NBA first teams.
On pace to be top 5 all time in playoff scoring.
Yeah, he chilling. Good for him.
Solid career.
SMN R&DM said, you wrong, Ox. KG is only second to MJ. Second best of all time.
I would never debate that with you. I won't argue with it. I can't agree, but I would never debate you. I love KG.
He cooking. KG in my top 2.
You know what? Like as like a longevity wise, I think KG or Scotty probably my favorite player all the time. But like at a peak, like how much I've ever liked somebody, I don't think anybody ever compares to Amari Stoudemire. Like Obi Toppin, no. But the way I used to like fan out for Amari Stoudemire was kind of concerning. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, bro, relax. Like, nah, I love Amari Stoudemire.
He had a crazy peak.
Yeah, he was so decent.
And then when he went to New York, I was like, you never see nothing like this. And then Carmelo had to come fuck it up. But man, bro, Amari Stoudemire was crazy.
We got a new member. It's with a K, dumbass.
You too, member. Hey.
Shout out, it's with the K, dumbass. And y'all remember that it's with a K, dumbass.
Interesting.
That's how we talk to each other now?
I guess.
Also want to shout out Dorian Clayton, our newest Hall of Fame member. Big ups to him. If you are in any doubts or if you don't know what to do next or if you're just confused in life, become a Hall of Fame member. Your life will change instantly and immediately. Robert Carr said, and he's been a member for 10 months, by the way. He said, Ox, what about Yolanda Griffith from SAC?
Man, loved Yolanda. Her and Tisha Penachera was like Stockton and Malone. You know what I'm saying? I love Yolanda. Think about it though, Yolanda, like she came to the game, she was already older. So by the time like we won that ring back in like 05, she was damn near pushing 40. You know what I'm saying? Like Yolanda was dope. And then her and Tangela Smith coming off that bench, couldn't beat it. Oxford Buzzard and I watched the Sparks. I watched the Sparks game last night. They was getting their asses. They was getting their asses kicked last night by the
Lynx.
Thanks, Ron. The Lynx.
You know, took 25 and 10 from FISA. You know what she gonna do. Hey, favorite player in WNBA.
I did the game before that though. I did the game right before that. I did the aces in the wings. I was on the aces in the wings, and I had to eat, bro. You know what I'm saying? My kids wanted. I was playing poker with my sons last night, teaching them how to get it in.
How to make an honest living.
Yeah, shit. You can't look, gentlemen. You can't give them a fish. You got to teach them how to fish.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, didn't have time to watch the whole game on stream though, y'all.
Did your sons beat you?
Never, right?
So you teach them how to catch the fish, and then you steal the fish from them.
Hey, well, look, that's basically farming. You know what I'm saying? I teach them how to hunt. I never go hungry.
All right.
There's a species of scorpions. There's a species of scorpions that actually that's how they eat, by reproducing. They have a bunch of babies. They hatch them and then they eat them.
So they're cannibals.
Yeah.
Damn.
So how does the species live on? If they just eat
I don't know. I guess a couple of them get away. I'm not sure, Mars. I'm just saying.
They gotta leave a couple to grow.
I wasn't out there in the desert observing. That's some shit I seen on the Discovery.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's so much going through my head right now, and I'm just going to move on to the next super chat from Alan L. He said, L Dub on From the Logo, so we not rocking with From the Logo. Open gym better.
He's right.
Open
You
gym
gotta make
minion.
some changes, Jalen, if you wanna.
Open gym minion.
I'm trying to tell y'all From the Logo the best show on the network, but y'all
Talk about
just
Ron, I ain't never seen you in the comments on from the
because some shows you gotta watch and admire. You gotta just get out the comments. You know?
Can't be in the comments all the time.
Like, come on, like how am I gonna enjoy the show when I'm trying to debate every point that ZZ makes? When I'm trying to debate when Dub is cooking, when I'm trying to slow down when ZZ is so eloquently or Gifted is so eloquently putting us on game. I can't do that.
I just be hovering over like the little YouTube preview section. Then I see who's on the panel, and then I decide if I'm going to tap in or not.
I jump in on the different shows from time to time, but it's just not how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Back like with Fluent and Chill, I was always on Fluent and Chill. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my favorite shows, man. Shout out to Fluent and Chill, man.
What do you mean it's not like it used to be?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just still doing it.
You know what?
I don't be seeing the show no more. Like
It
used to come on Thursdays. I used to
got
tap
on
in
playback?
Thursdays.
Oh, that's crazy.
Fluent and Chill.
No, Fluent and Chill. I thought you.
Oh,
I
Chill
thought
and Chill.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Fluent and Chill. It used to be every Thursday at 6. Now
I think they're doing Chill. I think they're doing Chilltown's channel now.
yeah, they're doing it back. Yeah, there's another channel.
Chilltown Hoops on YouTube.
I gotta tap into that. I don't know. The show just ain't what it used to be though.
Yeah,
Mr. Sauce Man 123 said Chill with Chill is the best.
Facts. Sauce know what you're talking about.
Cute show.
All right, y'all. Be sure to pull up to playback tonight. JD's gonna be doing game 1. You never know who's gonna pop in there with him. I might jump on there. Ox might jump on there. Chill might pop in. Hey, that is the thing about JD's playbacks. JD, you never know who's gonna pop up with JD. It'd be a good time over there. So pull up to the playback tonight, 5:15 Eastern, 8:15 Pacific. We're gonna be there. It's gonna be a good ass time. And that should be amazing for game 1. Also, too, if you haven't yet, scan that QR code right under Mars. Go to playerschoicemerch.com. Check you out something over there. And last but not least, like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and appreciate y'all for being in here, especially everybody that rocked with us from start to finish. Before we get up out of here, you guys have any wise words for the rest of the day or for game 1 of the NBA playoffs or finals?
Wise words. Bring back Fluent and Chill.
Wise words. Oh, the usual. To make the journey of life and not fall in love, you got to question whether you live the life at all. Find true love, y'all.
Bars, any wise words?
Merry Christmas.
Nah, but on a serious note though, y'all. Remember, like I said yesterday, turn that water off when you're brushing your teeth, man. Let's love the earth, man. We leaving the earth to our children, man. Leave them something that they can cherish. And
I have a bad habit doing that. I leave the water on too while I brush my teeth.
Yeah, bro. You just wet your toothpaste, turn it off. You know, do your thing, man. We only get one earth, y'all. Only get one.
Until we find another one.
And we will find another one.
Yeah, good luck.
On the way out, I just want to say, I said it earlier, I say it again. Summa cum laude. Be the best you could be.
Smoke weed every day.
The good stuff.
Tap into open gym. Well, I don't know what's happening right now.
Open gym next, man. Like this video on the way out. Like open gym on the way in. We'll catch y'all later.
Merry Christmas.